Oh my God. I forgot the countdown. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Yo. Yo. Okay. Just want to make sure this thing is on, baby. Let's go. Check, check, check. Is this thing on? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Liver Show, baby. Hold on one second. Did this get... No, we're good, I guess. I see that the audio is also low on the mic for some reason, but it should never be. Yeah. Let's just see here. We can always add a gain filter, and then we can bring up that gain. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Oh, there we go. Yo, 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 yo. Okay. Check. 1, 2, 1, 2. I should bring up the gain. Shout out to everybody here. A little bit low, right? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Let's get that music back up and running. This is Can't Fake It by Larry Poppins, one of my favorite tracks lately that I've been playing. Let's take a look at what's happening in the market, shall we? And break it down for each and every one of you like we do every single day, baby. Let's go! Happy Ramadan to all the people out there fasting, doing your thing. Happy to everyone who's doing Lent, all the Catholic people, you know, giving up something. Maybe sweets, maybe it's your favorite meat, maybe it's your favorite food. Whatever it is. You know what I mean? Shout out, you're doing something for God. That's what it all is about. Everybody out here doing something for someone else other than yourself for God. Showing God that you care. Blessings on blessings, everybody. Look at this. $80,000 for Bitcoin is now on the board here. 80K Bitcoin. And that's what I see in my measured moves. And then 75,000, 74,000 coming for Bitcoin. Bitcoin hit an all-time high this morning. So last night, I fell asleep on the couch at 10 p.m. I usually don't. I usually do a beautiful update for my group and everything. Fell asleep. However, I did give them, what I was doing. I gave them a trade. I woke up, my trade was banging. Next thing you know, hit my limit order. So let me kind of take you through what happened with Bitcoin last night because it was pretty interesting. And I gave some amazing trades all night long. It was pretty insane. Number one, my rule. Once you break above the 200 SMA on the 1 hour time frame, you are gone. And we kept trading this, and then I eventually turned it into a flag. I traded this flag, that flag, and then I said, okay. Here's my flag, and I said, here's my length of my pole. And I said, let's do damage, baby, all the way to, 61,000. No, but anyway, let's show you what happened last night on the 1 minute. That looked like the 1 minute to me. I was like, right here. So this is where I was. See, this is what I wanted to show you. But see how you can learn from the 1 minute just like the 1 hour? This trade on the 1 minute resembles what I just showed you on the 1 hour. Anyway, we caught the dip yesterday, if you remember, during the live. Okay. We saw the nasty dumpage. Okay. We came back up. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. The second we got above the 200 SMA, I opened up a long. I took that one down. Came down here. I think I may have got stopped out of a trade here. But then I decided, I woke up and I traded this. I traded this. I just traded every little flag you see. It was pretty monumental. I caught this flag. Banged. And see, this one would hit a target. It's just insanity. Oh, here they are too. And then I caught this flag last night. I gave this flag to everyone. Look, It's hard for me to because it was all night and it was insanity. But I'm taking you through a crypto journey of real life. That's pretty awesome. Ended up scalping. Let me just show you what happened. It was pretty insane. So I wake up from slumber at 3 in the morning. Yeah, where's my first post? Because you can see where I go to bed. I was out of my mind, as you can see. So I go to sleep at 10 p.m. and I give you guys this trade. The 1 minute looks like it's going to boom. And I put this trade out. I take the trade and I go to bed. All right? I said it's a beautiful flag. Look what happened to the flag. That was the flag I traded. Never hit the stop loss. Boom to the upside. I nailed the trade. I was up 28%. Things were going well. All right? The account came back up. Remember, the account was down, back up 13,000. The account hit an all-time high. All right? Then I found this flag. It looked really nice, like it was going to break to the upside. Okay? This flag started breaking out. I traded this flag. I got in before the breakout. It boomed up. I took some profits right there at this little red area. I got into AITECH last night and made $15,000 on AITECH in one night. I did close the trade. Now I'm like, now I have no AITECH and I want to get back in, but I don't know, man. I guess maybe I'll make way more. I had 30 grand in AITECH. I threw it in overnight. It boomed up again. This is 2 nights in a row. It's maybe 10 grand one night, 15 grand another. It's pretty crazy. Anyway, so then we broke out here. And then boom, this continued, you see? Now the sad thing is, I think I had a limit order that got hit right there because it was from the previous trade. And then this thing just continued to rip. But that limit order got hit right there, kind of, you know, like I didn't think about it, right? And then the trade would continue to rip to the upside. It was odd. Look at it. I gave this flag. This thing continued. No, stop loss got hit. So then, and then this thing boomed. And then we hit an all-time high for Bitcoin. And so then I'm calling the all-time high at like 3:17 in the morning last night. It was just insane. And I went over a few other things. Then I saw this next flag, thought this next flag could bang on us. And then I'm showing you how the 4-hour is likely going to pump to the upside all the way to $77,000. The 4-hour looks beautiful. We're going to take a look at that today. And then some other coins that I was looking at that I see some pumpage coming. And then look, this eventually did do, it slipped a little bit, but then it did an inverted head and shoulder, and I could see it pumping further to the upside. Then I put it in this, and this would eventually fail. But look, this flag here would definitely pump. Look at that thing. Boom. And we'd be in gains. Pretty crazy. Another scalp to the upside. So I just kept scalping these little flags. And you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight trades in a row for a gain of like about $600-700. Pretty awesome, man. I was on fire. Some days you're just on fire, and that 4-hour just continues to look good to me. Anyway, and then I continued. We continued to kind of go over more and more stuff. And eventually we rolled over. This was a beautiful flag I wanted to play out. It was a beautiful W. This didn't. Eventually we rolled over on that. See? Flag would eventually roll over. We wouldn't get the move. And then AITECH, I just could not believe it. I could not believe what a move it made. Anyway, and now I'm live. So that's kind of been the story if you've been in the trading group. All right. And we've hit massive gains too as well. And I like to just give you guys a recap of what's happening if you want to join the trading group. Like Near went for 200% gains in a week. But we put it out just the other day for 27%. Trader Joe, you knew it was going to pump because AVAX hadn't moved in a while. It was only a matter of time AVAX was going to get the bump. You know what I mean? And then all my elite traders just hitting Mavia, CLOR.AI, LimeWire, WAS. I don't even know what that is. Parsec, Boba. Boba went up for 200% gains. Anyway. So many gains, it's insane. So let's take a look at what happened to Bitcoin right now. It looks like they just did the Dolphin dip. They just swapped everybody down to 71.5. Brought it right back up. At least these dips are beautiful. And then what you do is you wait for this to get back above the 200 SMA. Every time you've waited for this to get back above right there, swing. That was a monster swing trade. You see that? So we're waiting for just the yellow line. Monster swing trade right there. I figured I could take off my purple, yeah. So just, I've just been amazed. So again, once you lose the 200 SMA on the 1 minute, expect a short to the downside. That's when I would be like, nah. And look, rounded tops. We rounded a top. This was the flag that I was playing. Wanted to see us continue. We did not. We fell to the downside, and then we kind of rounded this top. All right. So we're going to break down Bitcoin. But right now, the trade is we want to see Bitcoin get back above the 200 SMA on the 1 minute time frame. All right. Got some support here on a right shoulder. See if it a left shoulder. See if it can make a right shoulder. Nice divergence here too, is this is pretty flat compared to how downward that is. That's how you got the buy pressure back to the upside here for BTC. So I wouldn't stress. A bunch of you guys stress over every little dump, right? It's kind of time to just, you got to start looking at like what's going to happen in the 9-10 months from now and really start building. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't think I'm saying you should be taking this financial advice, but that's what I'm doing. You saw me buy 100K in Solana, 100K in Link, 100K in Atom. I'm not scared, man. And I did do it before this bigger pump. I get it. But was I scared? The market was pretty hot, right? I didn't care. I still made the gain, right? So anyway, we're going to delete all our work. We're going to look at this on the weekly. We're going to break it down like we do every single time. We love you, Sam. Here's what we call a lobster in Aussie. Shout out to Ty Bam 1 for the $20 super chat. Because we love you, Sam. Here's what we call a lobster in Aus. Thank you, man. God bless you. Thank you for the $20 Aussie, man. That's insane. Blessings on blessings. 18 American beans. Appreciate that. And if you want to join my trading group and find out the skinny of what's happening, you can hit this link right here to CryptoLifer.com. CryptoLifer.com, baby. All right. Takes you to my website here. Beautiful website. Learn to trade, unlock financial freedom, get the education you deserve from someone that shows up every single day, and subscribe to our newsletter. Put your email address in here, hit consent. Our newsletter is twice a week. Will blow your mind. And again, I'm not here to waste your time. Give me a little bit of your time putting in that your email address, and I'm going to give you so much of my knowledge. All right. AITECH, I talked about it down here. Down here when it first came out, we're talking pennies. This thing is up a 40x, 46x. I mean, people are banging on them to the upside. I've been getting in there, and everywhere. And now I'm wondering, is the daily a little overbought for AITECH? You know, we're so far away from that 21-day moving average. It's a little too much for me to chase here at this moment in time. But I swing to the smaller time frames, and they're interesting. They kind of bounced here, but now we have a lower high for the first time in a while. You see? And look, we made a lower low. This is a big deal. See in the trend? You made a lower low of the trend. You should make a lower high, which makes you should make a lower low. The trend should start to kind of fall down. These are people who jumped in at the end, I believe, of the rally. I could be wrong. It could continue to rip out this flag, and I could miss out on my AITECH. I'll tell you what, though, for a young lad like me, making 16 grand overnight, you know, I mean, it's getting to the point where crypto is making it feel like that's not a lot of money, you know. Crypto will continue to add to your life. You know, my buddy got into crypto. He got an average of like 1,000, and he turned 6 grand anyway into 28,000. You know, he's a retired state trooper. Dude's, you know, there isn't a person I know that didn't, meet me or was my friend, didn't half learn about crypto with me, and then eventually changed their lives or turned some small amount of money into more money. It's happened to every single person I know. My sister, you know, I told her one day, I said, I really think you should invest into Bitcoin. I think it will change your life. I got her to buy it. You know, she bought it, but I kept telling her, I think it's time. She bought a whole Bitcoin at 8,000. My sister's sitting on $70,000 right now, 72 grand of net worth. And she put 8 grand down just like 4 years ago or something like that. Like, see, that's the power of Bitcoin that people just don't understand. So look, at the 1 hour is about to break to the upside. I see a trade here on Bitcoin. It's kind of a bit of a cup and handle. We call these ascending cup and handles, where the cup ascends to the upside a little bit. It's a little higher on the right side than it is on the left side. What I'm also kind of seeing here, it's a bit of a shoulder ahead and kind of a right shoulder, even though it's not perfect. And we've reset on the 1 hour with a bounce back to the upside, which is a very strong move here for Bitcoin. 71,005, already bouncing back $1,000 for BTC. So I see a move for Bitcoin further to the upside. I see 75,899 coming for Bitcoin. All right. But let's put that aside. I'll go to like a bigger chart and we'll have some fun. So we'll go to BTC, USD, let's say Bybit, that's been around a long time. All right. Just make sure, because sometimes the weekly doesn't carry the 200 though on these charts. Yeah, see, like this. We'll go to the all-time history index. Price is just usually sometimes a little different. All right, so here's the all-time history index for Bitcoin on the weekly. You know me, I like to look at the bigger time frames every single day and look at just price action. I don't need indicators. I don't need to know anything, but I just want to see, show me the bars. Show me what price is doing. I can make so much money off of this alone, just price action. Once you get really, really good at trading, price action becomes numero uno para tu. All right? You have to bear with me. I cannot drink any water today, or I'm not drinking out of my choice, you know. But I'm not eating or drinking until sunset tonight. So look, beautiful move there to the upside. And look, I mean, Bitcoin broke the all-time high and closed a weekly candle clean. The next weekly candle closed clean. There is no swing failure here. This says continuation to the upside on a straight shot. It's very rare I've seen an indicator, you know, an asset go on a straight shot. I mean, these are bull runs. Only on a Bitcoin bull run do you see straight shots like this. So now, Bitcoin clearly has support. And I told you that level is 65,500, right? Because that's where this candle had opened. 65.5. So 65.5 is clean support for Bitcoin right now. And where these candles kind of meet, wherever you have a candle, even on the weekly, when you have nothing else, you have to use that as support as well. 69,100 support for Bitcoin at this candle level. So this is the levels to watch for Bitcoin. We'd have to break 69,000 to go lower, and then we would test 65.5. Once we test 65.5, we could bounce. Anything can happen. We'll go over that, and the indicators will show me what's going to happen in the smaller time frames. The probability, we're likely to fall further down to 60,000. Okay? We don't really have to worry about anything else but 69 and 65, because until we lose those two levels, you know, we're in this part of the mission right now. All right? I gave you this flag. I talked about this flag breaking out many, many times. I kept telling you once the weekly candle closed above these two candles, not to remain bearish at all. I told you when the 5-day chart had gotten above the 200 SMA that we were super bullish. Right there, I called along for Bitcoin and said we were likely going to move to the upside. I saw this golden cross coming. I told you how important it was when the 21 crossed the 200 SMA. We backtested this on multiple assets around the world from Walmart to gold, and I showed you how important it was. And I showed you how it likely told us that Bitcoin was eminently going to the upside because we had backtested on literally 50 to 60 assets around the world that had big charts. And every single time you saw the 21 coming for the 50 and front run it, you made massive gains. A few times the chart came down a little bit later on, but then you never went lower than the lows that were below this. And I'll show you this on multiple charts: Tesla, Walmart, gold, oil, anything you want. And so once I saw this, so all of my data, everything that I did, I understood how markets moved. I backtested, 20 years of data on multiple assets. I saw how it all changed. I saw when the moving averages get tight, you start to make a move out. When these moving averages got close together and tight, I knew we were making a move. We pump up to the 200. When we got above the 200 SMA, I knew my whole strategy is once you get above the 200, all you had to do was when a 5-day candle closed above this 200 SMA, like right here, open up a long with a stop loss below here, in the gains for massive amounts. The 200 SMA is an amazing, and again, I used it on the 1 minute last night doing the same exact thing. And I teach you how the 1 minute teaches you how to trade the 1 week, and the weekly back and forth. It's all, if you were a 1,000-year-old being, the 1 week would look like the 1 second to you. It's time that you understand. You understand time through how you interpret it. Understood? You get what I'm saying? It's a big deal. All right. Blessings on blessings to everybody out here. All right. I also caught the bottom of ORNJ. I put 10K in ORNJ last night. I did, and I told my whole team I did it. I did it I was up at 69 though. Dang. They sold me down a little bit, but I'm still up $3,000. I got in down here. Dang, I was up a pretty penny though. I was so busy trading Bitcoin, I didn't see that we spiked up to 6. That would have been a great sell. However, I think long term, I want to be in on this project. I really do. But I got in down here, and we took a massive pump to the upside. And I get in for 10K around 40? So it's up 25% on 10K. I mean, yeah. This man is on that rain energy. Shout out to everybody here. Made the same trade. Shout out to Cheese Sauce and Cheddar, man. Blessed to have Sammy share of the sauce every single day, baby. So anyway, let's get back into Bitcoin. So right now we are bullish for Bitcoin. Key levels to watch are the only things you need to, the things you need to pay attention to. That's why guys that are telling you 5K, 10K, they weren't focused on the present. They must have had a conscious disease going on. And disease is dis-ease. When someone says you're dis-ease, it's being in a state of dis-ease. So you might be watching a YouTuber that's in a state of dis-ease. They might not even know they're in a state of dis-ease. You know what I mean? And what they're doing is they're telling you to short markets when the markets are doing well. Whoever shorted this right now either has to continue to use cross leverage and add to their money. There was a known YouTuber that shorted this, wasn't there? I don't want to mention names, but my thing is everyone wants to sell everything and everyone wants to compete and everyone wants to be the trader. There's too many trader gurus now. Like, everyone's a trader guru. Everyone's got a Patreon. Everyone. But, like, not everybody can be good at this. And not everybody, I don't think you should be buying everybody's stuff, man. You know, there's a lot of people here that believe in themselves. They really want it, but they don't have the work ethic. They don't have the discipline. They couldn't work as hard as me if you paid them, if you begged them. You know what I mean? So just be careful who you follow out here, man. Anyway, let's get back to business. Let's talk about the love. Let's talk about the love, baby. Let's talk about the love. Slow way. So look, we're above the 69,468 level, right? Right here, $74,000 was Bitcoin. We tapped it, 74,000. Where was the top of this candle on the weekly? 73,660 is Bitcoin's high right now. So we have resistance for Bitcoin. And we double top there on the 1 minute time frame. And I called it out to my group because I was in the nitty gritty trading this, seeing how high we could go. So now we're very far away from the 21. It tells me that a pullback is imminent at one point. You cannot go this far away for the 21 forever on any single asset. I mean, you did it here pretty much. Let's see how this played out. I just want to kind of watch this and gain some insight. Let's watch how the 21 and price action interacted here. This is what we're going for. All right. So, like, we got really far away from it. We came down a little bit. They got kind of close, but then we kept going. So the weekly is always going to kind of stay a step ahead in a very bullish time. But look, we got very close there. We did touch it there. So, like, eventually, when you get that far away, like, you know, so we could be here. I get it. We could be, like, right here. But to me, like, wow, right? And look, we were in price discovery right here. This looks a lot like where we were, right? Price discovery. And you will get a pullback pretty close to the 21 at one point. All right. Now, BlackRock keeps buying, I guess. It gets in your head, but I just keep sticking with the charts. The charts have been spot on. All right. The charts have been spot on. So let's move forward to the 5-day chart and start getting some more insight. Same things are pretty similar. We got some different, you know, basically the same area of support, though, between 63.4. Let's go move into the 3-day chart. Now, the 3-day chart, to me, this is a bearish div. I mean, yes, this moves up, but this moves so much more violently up, and you're very far away for the 21-day moving average. Tells me also we have to get some type of pullback, or at least sideways price action here again. So it's telling me that Bitcoin, I know everyone wants it to continue to go up. I know you think, oh, there's so much money going in, and they can't stop. But to me, like, there has to be some type of sideways price action here, and we have to come back to this 21-day moving average on the 3-day chart. I've never seen an asset that I've backtested for years do this without coming back. So I just, you know, and you're very overbought on the stochastics. I see some bearish divergence. I'm not shorting the market. I don't short, you know what I mean? All I do is buy pullbacks and enter and begin to build bags. But I do see a possible move here to the downside at one point. I just got to keep, you know, talking about that. And now that a daily looks like we could just say, you know what? So what I looked at on the daily, right, was two things. We saw this ascending triangle. We played it well. We came, we retested it, we bounced. Beautiful. But you could also kind of make this a bit of a rising wedge here. I'll show you. Kind of like this. Shout out to the Celtics, banging on them last night again. And you could just kind of see this rising wedge, and you could see that this rising wedge could break out and go the length of this pole. And so I got our next target. Everyone else is using fibs, and they're trying to figure it out. I got our next target. It's 88,000. 88K. I'm telling you, I've been spot on with this for a long time. And look, I can prove this. I just want to show you. Solana went into price discovery last time when we were trading it on Binance, right? And people were wondering what was going to happen, right? Like right now, I got a call for Solana to 184. I can see where it's going to go before it gets there, you know? Anyway, so look. We were trading Solana as a trading group. I drew my fibs. It came back down. I drew this line. I knew to draw the length of the pole. And you knew the first length of your pole is your first move here. So I called it, and I was like, Solana's likely going to 77, right? It hit it exactly, went sideways. I drew another flag. I drew the length of the pole. And I called Solana going even further to the upside, right? Somewhere to about 148. Then we shrunk down to like the 4-hour time frame. Look at this. If I can find it, I'll get it. All right. And it started making this flag, which I found, and I saw on the length of this bull, and I said, our next target is here. This is all price discovery. I said 148 is our next target. Then it made a flag, right? Then I got this length wick to wick, and I said, man, our next target's going to be somewhere at 181. Then when it pulled back, I pulled the Fibonacci again. And what I do is I keep doing this. You get it? And I hit every single call for the all-time high for Solana. Every single time. Like, I never missed it. I never used fib extensions. I didn't use a dang thing. Okay? Then I drew my fib again. Same story. We end up with this type of, like, you know, pattern here. I drew the length of the pole. I could see where we're going to go again. I said that we're likely going to 260. And that was the end. You get it? Then my last one, I usually do this. Right? And I make the call, and that's where we're supposed to go. But what happens is we get rejected by the 200. Once we lose the 200 in the 4-hour time frame, you know I'm done. So that's when I exit trades, because it's no, you know, we got to get back above it to remain bullish. We get back above it, I'll get back inside the trade, and I'll miss this little point. I don't care. Anyway, I was able to find every single move, and I'm going to do the same thing for Solana like I did then for you guys, and every single coin that I get into price discovery. It doesn't matter the coin. I'm going to be able to find exactly where it's going, how it's going, when it's going to get there, basically really accurately. I've been doing this for multiple coins. I've done price discovery for over 1,000 assets for many, many years now, online, live too. So I don't use fib extensions. I don't need them. They're out the window. And I've proven that I don't need them, because I've showed this over and over and over again. The algorithmic move is inside my brain. I got it locked, man. I got it locked. Anyway, so I wanted to show you that, because when I show you this, I want you to take me seriously. And I want you to understand why 88K is very, very likely, because my measured moves hit very accurately over and over and over and over again. Okay? So just one thing, the daily looks good to me. I am showing some bearishness on the bigger time frames. You know, they're saying, hey, we're extended. We're very, 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 very extended. Let's take a look at our 12-hour time frame and see what's happening here on the 12-hour. 12-hour is also getting overbought on the stochastics, pointing to the downside. All right? You got a bearish divergence on the 12-hour time frame. Things just look a little bearish to me right now. I have to be honest. It's weird. I didn't expect to be bearish today, and I never expect to be bearish. But like, that is a bearish divergence. Now, some could say, no, you know, to me, yeah, there's a bearish div right there. For sure. But then you could say this boomed up and that boomed up. You can say this is the bigger channel, and we're making this very large rising wedge. This is interesting. I didn't even consider this before. That does put us up to somewhat of a higher rate, possibly up to 91,900 now. And again, I never questioned these level. They just go where they're supposed to go. My daughter is great. My daughter is home. She is fine, everybody. My wife and daughter got home yesterday at about 5, 6 p.m. If everybody knows, my daughter got a nosebleed in the middle, like at 10 p.m. on Sunday night. It came out a lot. We tried to stop it. We went online. We said, grab her bridge of her nose. We did all that. We put her to bed. Everything seemed fine. 10 minutes later, she got up. She threw up, and she threw up so much blood. I'm talking, it was a lot of blood. It looked like she was maybe convulsing or something. We didn't know if the blood was coming from inside of her. You know what I mean? We didn't know. If she was just like bleeding from inside. So we called an ambulance immediately. They came, they checked on her. They said, we've seen this before. Just in case you guys ever seen this. This may help someone, the story. So they said, we've seen this before. Don't worry. You know, everything's going to be okay. They checked out her. They left. We changed her clothes. We cleaned her up. No blood. She was great. Put her back to bed. My wife said, there's a little blood on there. See, she's bleeding again. I'm like, what? I thought they said she'd be fine. I thought we took care of this, you know? I'm trying to get into the charts, do my thing. Market was ripping, right? I keep coming downstairs. I'm like, babe, just, everything's going to be fine. And as a father, you want to take it seriously, but you also don't want to add, you want to keep things calm. So I can be like, don't worry, it's just a nosebleed. She's throwing up a little bit of blood. But then she fell back to sleep. As she went to sleep, the blood was just pouring down her throat. And then she threw up again. And when she threw up again, it was so much blood. Me and my wife were just like, and we put her in the car. We brought her to the hospital. And eventually they brought her to Children's Hospital. And they put her in another ambulance. It's kind of crazy. She stayed in the hospital for about 36 hours. The doctors for 10 hours couldn't figure out, they couldn't get her nose to stop bleeding. They finally used the Afrin. I don't know why they didn't do it immediately. Maybe they didn't want to because she's young. And they finally used Afrin, and they monitored her. Then they gave her blood tests, and then some of her blood tests were irregular, but then they found out that she had the flu, and that's the only reason why she was irregular. You know what I mean? It was a wild ride, everyone. And, you know, I got home from the hospital at like, I don't know, 4 or 3 in the morning or something. And, yeah, it was crazy. But she's fine, my wife and kid. But just to see my kid in the hospital and, like, you know, when my mom died, she threw up a bunch of wine. And I saw the blood come out of her mouth, and it really, really messed with me. Yeah.
She's just sleeping. That's fine.
She's okay. She went through a lot, babe. She went through so much, my love. Babe, she went through so much. My wife's like, she's still asleep, you know, but she just, the kid went through a lot. She's home, man. She's just comfortable.
Yeah, and sometimes, like, maybe I'll just give her a
And it's the time change, man. You just, no stress, okay, my love? No stress. They checked all her vitals. My wife's so stressed, you know. So anyway, I do see a bit of a pullback here. It may not be that big, but something like this to kind of get this 21-day to touch again. And again, we still could pump. You know what I mean? I'm just showing you right now. Look, the 12-hour looks very dumpy. Bearish div. The moving averages are far apart. And the stochastics are pushing to the downside. I mean, I got lack of bullish and bearish momentum. I'm just saying, you know, this is what the charts are conveying to me. I want to be bullish. I got my Bitcoin tie on. I want to say we're going to the moon, but I just got to be it's got to be what it is. You know what I mean? Get your daughter a frozen yogurt. Shout out to the $2 John Harden. We love you. Thank you. Used to be critically anemic. Thank you. The guy realized it and fixed it. You good, Big Sam. We all learning and growing. Take care of that family. Thank you. Everything's always scarier with your first child. It's not my first child. Yeah. This is my second child. Prayers and hugs to your wife. Hang in there, Mom. Give it to God. Yeah. Glad she's okay. Rest, be calm, and she will recover. Yeah. She's fine, man. She's fine. She really was just throwing up some blood, you know what I mean, from her nosebleed. I think she could have been fine. I don't think she needed to be in the hospital. But again, you never know, man. It could have been, maybe it could have been something we didn't know, right? And if it kept happening, what I've done, right? 4-hour also looks dumpy to me. Bitcoin looks like it wants to make a move down to this 200 SMA, if you ask me, and I could be wrong yet again. I'm not always right. Even the 1 hour, still looks like it could head further to the downside, and you got bearish div on the 1 hour. So, I mean, I got bearish divergence on the 1 hour, on the 4 hour, on the 8 hour, on the 12 hour. Like, I don't know what to tell you, everybody, but I got bearish divergence down the line for Bitcoin. Now, again, it could easily defy it. So let's take a look at our local support and resistance. We're going to bring this up. This is our weekly line, right? Locally, we got 70,672. All right. So here we are, right? And this is what I'm seeing here for BTC. Every day is different. Every day changes. Every day has a different story. And every few hours, if Bitcoin gets above this key, like if Bitcoin breaks above this key level, then it's broke above resistance. You see, and it changes the whole story here. So let's take a look at the 15-minute. So the 15-minute bounced off the 200 SMA today. So the 200 SMA saved us about a half an hour ago, 40 minutes ago, and we're in this flag, right? So you're expecting some type of bounce back to the top of this channel for a possible M pattern if we are bearish. What will be bullish if this 15-minute pushes us through this level here? Then I'll have nothing to say, but we broke resistance. And then I'd have to say, hey, let's flag out and go for our next long. Okay? But it seemed like we kind of topped out last night at this key level. And I'm not saying for a bigger top, but there may be some type of pullback coming. I've never seen us that far away from the 21-day moving average. It tells me just to be careful. All right? So always have to your due diligence with kids. Exactly. So I'd watch the 15-minute. I'd watch the 7. But they're both looking pretty, 7's actually got this slanted shoulder, head, right shoulder. It's got an inverted head and shoulder. And if we go to like the 5, this is a little bit of a flag here, bouncing off the 200. That's an inverted head and shoulder there on the 5-minute. Looks like it's about to break out right now as we speak. I'm kind of scalped out. I scalped Bitcoin literally for hours last night. But shoulder, head, bit of a right shoulder. I do see a move for Bitcoin to the upside, possibly in the short term. But there's some, look, 72,700 is resistance and 73,000 is resistance. So these are two areas you have to break back above in the smaller time frame. So if you want confirmation of bullishness, you'd watch the 5-minute time frame or the 7-minute. You want to make sure we get back above 72,773,000. If this gets rejected, we eventually lose the 200 SMA on the 5-minute chart. It's going to confirm a lot of my bearishness that we're likely to go further to the downside. So I see bearishness on the bigger time frames. However, I've seen people get absolutely wrecked by shorting them if they can't read the signs on the smaller time frames. My smaller time frames give me the indications. By using the 200 SMA on the 1 minute through the 7, I'm able to find confirmation of bearishness before the rest of the market because they can't see these small indications like I can. The big boys of the whales use these algorithms on the smaller time frames, so they give me indications and tell me what's happening. I'm able to get that signal before basically 99% of the market, and I'm able to outtrade people without a bot. I don't use bots. I don't use algorithms. You see me just nailing it. These guys will sell you bots. They'll sell you all this stuff. At the end of the day, I can use just my hands and my brain, and I can make gains. So I see a move to the upside here on the 5-minute, and that's where you want to be. You want to get to a place where nobody can tell you nothing about the market, where you could read bearish news, bullish news. It doesn't matter. It's all about the charts to you. So right now, I am seeing bearishness on the bigger time frames and on multiple time frames, kind of like through. Whenever I see that, it tells me we need to be careful for sure. Liver, can you check out ORNJ? We will. We'll check it out. Thank you for asking, my friend. Amen. Blessings on blessings for you. Thank you for being here and kicking it with the Crypto Lifer. All right. Okay, Sam, looks like SKL is going to rip. Bang it to the upside. I used to get so many nosebleeds. The doc said we could utilize the nosebleeds vessels. Anyway, so right now, as we speak, I see a slight trade here out of this 1-minute time frame. This 1 minute must get back above the 200 SMA to remain bullish. I give live trades almost every single day here on the channel. It's very rare I don't, but I say 90% of the time you're going to actually see me make live money, and I'm going to show you how I do it, when I do it, and what's happening. There's a shoulder head and a right shoulder here to the upside. Bitcoin must break back above this yellow line to see any type of bullishness. Right now, this is, we broke below. We were above it for all night long. I was making bacon on the beach. Once you get above the 1 minute, a lot of your trades will play out better. That's basically expansion. All right. So just be careful. I took some profits. Nothing goes up forever. I just want to talk about that. Everyone's like in this like euphoria stage. Like, let's get into the charts. Let's get real. All right. So moving forward, so once we get back above the 200 SMA, I see a big move coming. We are overbought on the stochastics RSI right here. Telling me to be careful. All right. Smaller time frames can indicate what will happen. Take away the moving averages too. You see it really clearly. See this? This is kind of like a broadening falling wedge. They do tend to break to the upside, as you see that it did. The length of the pole would be your target. And again, it's not all bearish. I just want to repeat. If these small time frames give me the confirmation, I'll open up a long. I won't open up a long, though, until we get back above the 200 SMA on at least the 1 minute. And then I need to see us get back above 73,000. That's a key resistance level for me right now. Even this local level, if I bring it up even right there, see, but even right here, you got to get above 72,600. All right. Look at the 1 minute about to turn to the downside here for you. And again, this kind of looks a bit like an M, even though you can't see it. Let me show you what I'm talking about. It has some M pattern vibes, right? It's like a double top M. It's like you don't always have to have this part of the M, really. I've seen that many times, but it's a double top. You can't get back above 72.6 for whatever reason. Resistance. Just like last night when I was trading, I saw this beautiful flag. It looked really nice. Wanted to put, at that point we were going to go, but look, we like triple top right there. So we topped out at about 73,600 for Bitcoin. And again, we could come all the way back down to 69, hang out. That would almost be enough, right? Now, is a short squeeze coming? Let's take a look at BOOKMAP. Now, BOOKMAP has no real suggestions of a move to the downside. It's got a little bit of liquidity at 72,000. It's got some liquidity down here at about 71.5. And some all the way down at 71,000. So it's a little bit, but the most liquidity that we see is up here, right? $74,000, $75,000, all the way up to $80,000. Are they spoofing to make people think we're going to the upside? I mean, lately they've been spot on. But I just see downside right now for Bitcoin at the present moment in time. This could be a shoulder head and a right shoulder. This could be making a flag. But this is resistance right now for BTC. All right. We want to see if this flag can do damage. Let's look at our 30-second chart. 30-second chart's in a little bit of a flag here. Telling you, the charts convey a pump on the smaller time frames, even just back to the top of the channel. So here's a possible scalp right here for Bitcoin on the 30-second chart. Target would take you to 73 again. Stop loss could be really tight moving averages. And honestly, now that I see this too, look, it's going to be hard for you to see this, but you've got another triangle here. See that? It's kind of an ascending. And look, it's a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. It's hard to see, but wow. So it looks to me the 30-second is conveying a move, which is interesting. So you're just all bearishness stuff. Yeah, I'm just telling you what I see as bearishness, but you get above this 200 SMA on the 30-second chart, you're going to see a pretty nice move to the upside too as well. You could just trade these. Just look. So look, there's a bit of a cup with a handle. It's kind of a shoulder head and a right shoulder, even though it's hard to see. So I see a move right now on the 30-second chart for Bitcoin to the upside. I see a move all the way to probably about, what, $73,000 for Bitcoin. Right? I'm glad to hear your daughter is fine. My dark horse picked Kadita. And for giggles, cat girl. Interesting. Bro, I had a dream with you last night. We both were wearing white button-downs. You were driving a white Ford van, and we broke into a prison to visit someone you knew. Wild dream. So cool, man. I love to be in someone's dream, man. It's awesome, man. It's funny. I used to dream about, like, people I knew, like, I had a dream about Biggie Smalls one time. Like, it was so real, man. We were sitting there talking, and we went over so much stuff, and I was like, Biggie, like, and he was just real, man. And I woke up that morning feeling like I had spent like hours with Biggie. And I was like, how is this possible? So look, the 30-second chart looking pretty nice. Let's get rid of some of my lines. But all you have to know is, look, this is a nice little flag here. Once you get above this yellow line, this 200 SMA, look for a move to the upside for Bitcoin. However, heavy resistance right here at 72.6. So far, that made a little bit of a gain, but not much. So I'm just showing you the only trade I really see is a boom out this flag. And honestly, see how if we can't break above the 200 SMA here, that's rejection. That's also going to show you that, more downside. Also, if you look at this kind of flag here, top, bottom, top, kind of came down. It's almost suggesting that we head all the way back down here somewhere, right? To the bottom of this channel. It's weird. I may have identified a big short here for Bitcoin, but it looks to me like Bitcoin starting its bigger move to the downside. And I can identify this because the small time frames aren't letting us pass. And I am never bearish, right? I'm the most bullish guy you've ever seen. So when I start telling you that I see price moving to the downside, I think you should listen a little bit, just a titty bit, just a tad, Your next support is going to be 72,250. Well, look, if you got above that, the long, I would have been more on the long, but you could not. 200 SMAs are like, they're gateways to bullish and bearishness. If you can't get back above those key levels, you're going to have problems. Just is what it is. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Thank you for coming on into the Crypto Liver Show. And again, nobody gives more gains than us. Nobody has more control over the price of Bitcoin than we do. I showed you Bitcoin's bottom all the way on the weekly here with the bullish divergence. I was on multiple channels talking about it over and over again. I called the exact bottom. Nobody else bought a whole Bitcoin in front of you. I did 19K. You saw me buy more than one Bitcoin because you saw me accumulate. I showed you almost every Bitcoin buy I ever made, from 5,000 to 2,000 to 3,000 to 8,000 to 10,000. Heck, I bought 20,000 there at that dip, at that 40,000 dip. Remember that? Some people said I bought with you. Many of you bought with me at all these different times. Hey, I bought during screen shares when we were together on a screen share. Nobody works harder than me. Nobody. Your favorite YouTuber took a day off in the last month or two. We don't take days off. 1,000 straight days and more without a day off, baby. Banging on them to the upside. Wow, that's pretty crazy. Could you please tell us how this affects altcoins generally? If Bitcoin starts to dump, the whole market will take a dump, my friend. And that's why we're going to take a look at the entire market cap in all of cryptocurrency. All right. So you can see it too, like so look, I mean, you are too far away from this weekly 21-day moving average. I feel like they're just my whole life. Like here, when we got to, I kept saying the same thing here, and look, we went sideways. I said it's fine. Now again, we may not go that. It may not be that bad. We may just do this for like 3 to 4 weeks. It'll be a nice 8 weeks straight. This was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That was about 10 weeks. You know, so it would be awesome if we just do a couple. You know, it's needed for the market, everybody. If you want a healthy movement up, you need at least a bull flag. Then we can blast again. You see what I mean? But you're so far away from this 21. Just tells me that, you know. Shout out to everybody here on the live, right? So this is what I'm looking at here on the weekly. And your support is $4 trillion, 2.4 trillion, you know, so, and we hit this high for whatever reason, you know. We had a wick to there, so I guess people use this wick. They didn't know what else to do. And again, we could go to the upside. I'm not saying we can't, but I see downside for Bitcoin. I do. So anyone telling you they're super bullish right now, I think you got to just you got to see what's happening in the market. All right. All right. So the total market cap. Yeah. Even tells me that there's likely a pullback here. Now, again, I'm not saying it's a guarantee. What if we hold this level, we make some type of flag here, and this thing breaks on out? I'm willing to watch the smaller time frames for confirmation. But again, like I showed you, you're about to lose the 7-200 SMA here. If you do that, you're going to drop further down, and you're going to be coming to test $2.5 trillion. So I don't know why, but it seems like bigger money may be leaving the market. You know, if you lose this key level, we're going to probably take a pretty big drop. All your altcoins are going to fall. This rally that we had, and again, everyone's looking at me like, this guy is so whack. Like, we're in a bull run. It's going to the upside. Everyone is telling us more and more and more. I'm buying more. He's the only guy that's saying maybe chill out. So again, I see the path to bullishness. I just see the bigger time frames are saying, hey, man, be careful. That's all. And I'm not saying I know where Bitcoin's going to go for sure. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I have no idea where Bitcoin's going. We're watching this 7-minute right now. Now, if this 7-minute doesn't lose the 200 SMA, none of this will happen. See this right here? None of it. And this is kind of a cup and handle. And again, I was super bullish, and now I'm super bearish, and now I might just take. You know, what I like about this long here is if I take this long and we leave the 200 SMA, they may just wick it, but the odds are pretty good that they did that this morning already. They got everyone right there, and they got a big wick right there too. So Sam, you just said you were so bearish, the market looks horrible, but you may take a long. Are you out of your mind? Like, what's wrong with you? Are you sick? Well, that 7-minute 200 SMA has me going. The 1-minute oversold, and this interesting inverted head and shoulder with this double bottom at 72,124 has me interested. The 7-minute holding the 200 has me interested. The 5-minute, if it can get back above. So look, if the 5-minute can get back above, if the 5-minute can get back above there, interesting. And I was even using the 3-minute recently. Dude, AITECH, Doge baby, baby Doge, Doge baby. Just change the names around. And if you want to trade what I'm trading, all right, highest Yeah, it's the lowest fees in the game, man. 0 spot maker and taker fees. MEXC. They also have access to coins you just can't get anywhere else. Access to the coins that matter on MEXC. I do all my futures trading here on MEXC. And you can also grab things in your area. You can also, which is really cool, is use an RNS ID, and you can KYC on MEXC. So you can KYC, use your name and face, know yourself, like, you know, feel part of the community, feel like you can call customer service. Don't feel like I'm a shady person, right? It's a really awesome thing. So right now I have no futures trade open. You can see my last futures trade. As I was looking at this, it kind of came to the upside, folded back down, right? So here, I was looking at the 3-minute, and I'm really looking at that 200. Yeah, see the 3-minute too. So you've lost the 200 SMA on some key time frames, the 1 minute and the 3. 7 minutes holding us. 7 minute is the one holding us right now. See, but once you lose this 200 SMA on the 7 minute, so a ballsy trade is to enter along right now. Okay, with a stop loss right here, 5-to-1 risk reward ratio. I could risk $100 for 500. If I lose 500, I lose it. You know, there's a lot of fear of the market, which makes me think there will be a lot of shorts that I can get eaten. You know, I can't use the 5 on this time frame. They don't have it on for whatever reason. I mean the 7. They should have the 7 though. Even if it's trading view, I feel like I should be able to add one. Anyway, pretty much the same idea, right? So this would be the short squeeze. They would get everyone kind of freaked out right now. They somehow, BlackRock would buy more. Now, they could defy these indicators and we could rip. I'm open-minded that anything could happen. See, if your life has been like mine, if you started a YouTube channel and within 4 years you had almost 60,000 subs, everybody in the space knew you, and you were known as Sammy Cup and Handy, I think you would think anything is possible. So ever since that happened to me, I believe anything is possible, everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's all possible. It's all, every single bit of it. So this would be the only trade I would even consider taking right now. And it's so high risk, it's ridiculous. But I don't have to risk a lot, right? Like it's a 4-to-1 risk reward ratio. So like, let's see. The target would take me to 75,719. I don't see it. But again, that's my logic thinking. Who cares what I think? When I think, you know, I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance when it comes to trading. I could just trade probabilities. So like I could trade 130 for 5, 131 for 490. And the odds are very likely that I'm going to lose that money. You see? That's it. My stop loss is set. Everything's my liquidation is 70,090, right? And again, if I win $500. If the market decides to eat these shorts alive, which BOOKMAP suggests that will happen. Anyway, we'll see. So I'm trading this kind of, and it is a semi cup and handy. It's kind of an insane cup here. Sorry, wrong one. I want to grab. I don't want the arc. I want the curve. The Ark of the Covenant. It's kind of like this, you know. I've played many cup and handles like this. And it's like, Sam, why aren't you shorting if you're so bearish? Well, I'll wait for confirmation. That's all. I'm just going to wait for exact confirmation. But right now, I mean, I do have confirmation. We're below the 1 hour 200 SMA. Pretty bearish for me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Ladycoin's been out of control. Most U.S. citizens don't have 1K emergency savings. If you got crypto, you're ahead of the curve. Sam, your teaching is phenomenal. Learning so much every day. Tyler Pirello, we love you, man. And that's the key. The key is to teach you the inside of the knowledge. Yeah, buying AITECH at 2 cents, man. You're amazing, brother. And maybe people are selling it. Maybe Bitcoin will pull back, but the other charts won't. You see what I'm saying? I put out this flag. They did try to stop us out on that wick. But Solana booming to 156. And I mean, I see 166 coming for Solana, right? Let's take a look at the total 3, which is the market cap of all the altcoins excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? So I saw it in this rising wedge booming up. So far, that was been correct, right? To the upside. A really strong bearish divergence starting to form, though. The daily getting far away from the 21-day moving average, another sign. You know, hitting rejection at $740 billion. 3-day chart extremely away from the 21-day moving average. The weekly extremely far away from the 21-day moving average. Like, these are just, you know, I'm just deleting that rising wedge for now. But, like, this is just, when you got the farthest, you had to go sideways. So I just see some sideways or some pullback behavior. It may not be that bad, everyone, but it may be 6 to 7 weeks. It's just what I see happening. A lot of times you get a pullback right before the golden cross. Then when we get the pump, the golden cross happens too. Again, I'm not saying this is guaranteed. We could easily pump. But just take this one step at a time. One day at a time, one moment at a time. All right? Trade's pretty flat right now. We'll see what happens. It is a Wednesday. Wednesday is a pretty good expansion day if we get to move further up. Seems like, look, we have a low, we have a high, we have a higher low for Bitcoin. That's a bullish sign right there. It says we should put in a higher high. So I'm trading trend right now. And they liquidated everybody right here. And they liquidated everybody right there. So I'm in a pretty good spot for a move to the upside. But again, I don't, you know, I don't trade what I want. I trade what the charts convey. And then we go from there. Did you check out ORNJ, brother? We did. I just looked at it. It pulled back pretty hard. Damn, went to 69 last night. I wish I had sold that. So let's take a look at ORNJ. And I made a monster trade on it. Let me take a look at the spot. AITECH continuing to move. It's like, it's the one coin you just don't ever not want to have in the bag. Like, it's just so weird to me. This market is strange, man. I'm trying to do the right thing, and every time I do like somewhat of the right thing, it just doesn't matter. Like look at AITECH. Like, it just is the whole world just fiending for this coin. This thing looks like it's gonna rip all the way to 60 and take no prisoners with it. It dipped down to 37, and now it's about to make another like 100% move, basically. I love my life. Thank you so much, Sam. God bless you, brother. Thank you, God, man. God brought you into the fold with me, man. I don't know how it happened, but you became part of it. You were chosen, man, with me. I love you, brother. I hope you're having a wonderful day with you and your life, you and your family. And blessings on blessings, brother. Blessings on blessings. So, yeah, I also saw that lower low, and it just, like, could it double top? Do I let it sail? Do I 8 back in for 30K? It's just such a game, isn't it? You know. Especially, I didn't make any, I kind of just found out about this coin, so I never really said, do I really want it long term? How much could I really make out of it? So whenever I get into this decision-making process, I look and I say, okay, AITECH, all right? Solidus AITECH. And I look at the market cap, 220 million now. All right. So could it go to 2 billion? Yes, it can. It could 10x from here. Definitely to $4. Yeah, it's a hot AI coin. You know, I don't see why it can't. Wow, it's got a smart BNB address, which is cool. I love when you can get it on PancakeSwap. It's easier, quicker, faster. No fees on buying it on BNB. Way less. I mean, there are fees, but they're way less. Circulating supply is a little low. But yeah, so this thing could boom, man. It really could. And so I'm like, so if I put 10K in here, I could turn it into 100 grand, right? Now, I've been trading it on and off, and every time I put, like, in the middle of the night, I'll just be like, I want more on this one. And I'll go hard on it, expecting it just to take it, like, a week or two. And the next night, I'm up, like, so much that I'm like, and had I just stayed in it, I'd be up even more right now. It's at an all-time high, right? The daily tells me not to jump in right now, that it's going to get a pullback, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy 10 grand of it. So I have 10 grand of it. You see what I mean? How do I buy 10 grand? I just go a little over the price. And I'll do is I'll buy 2,500 4 times, because if you try to buy 10 grand, you can offset the market a little bit. I feel like I'm chasing too, though, with Bitcoin not looking good. It's like, it's weird, man. They're pulling me in a direction where I don't want to go. I don't want 48.50. That's a little too high. You want to see that the order got filled quickly. It did. And why 2,500? Because if you just go for 10 grand immediately, you might have a bit of an issue. Just warning you. See if they'll give me 47.97. They probably won't. No, see? That's going to stay in open order and won't fill. Right? Look, there's my order right there. And look, I'm big compared to a lot of the orders. Look, 24,000. Look, 52,000. Look how big I stick out, right? I'm still one of the biggest orders out. You know what I mean? At 2,500. So I'm like an AITECH whale here. You see what I mean? Now, even if this goes down 5K and it drops 50%, it's okay. I'll buy 10 grand there again. And you get what I'm saying? I've already made 30 grand off the coin. So I could take a 5 grand hit on the 10 grand bag. You get it? That's why when you make a good amount of money in a coin, it's okay. So look, I'll even stop at 50 grand. At 5, what did I put in? I put in about 5 grand right now. I wish they made this box a little bigger where you could like really access it. Well, yeah, there's 2497 and 2498. Both were filled, right? Let's take a look at this. And so this trade is almost in the green now. I'll be honest, because everyone thinks we're going to dump, we're probably going to pump. You know, the indicators say bearishness, but the smaller time frames are squeaking out a win here. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get a massive short squeeze right now. Makes me kind of want to double down. Let's take a look. I'll just add, like, I won't be too greedy. I'll add like 75 for another 380 or 93 for 380. There's a really good odds. You know what I mean? You can get $500 for risking $100. I mean, I'm going to take that every day of the week. So here we are giving you a live trade every day, showing you exactly how I get in, why I get in, when I get in, what I'm looking for, the indications, the confirmations that I'm looking for. Not like, oh, if you join my trading group, you'll see where I got in last week. None of that stuff. I show you exactly what I do every single day here. I'm the most transparent guy you've ever seen on YouTube. I show my wins. I show my losses. I don't BS. You don't see 100 wins straight and I never show you a loss. I lose. I lose. I lose. It's very rare. I don't lose as much as I win, but I do lose. It happens. All right. Okay. The stream just got more interesting. You said you did 25,000. Did I really? Hold on. I might have. I've done it 100 times. Hold on. Maybe I did. It does that all the time. No, I didn't, because there's 25K in the bag. See? I didn't. It will revert, though. That's the thing. If you revert, that's what I've known. You click on this, it'll try to do your whole bag. I don't know why. If you mark it or limit it, I don't know. Something happens when you like do it. Anyway, I still got 25,000. I'm thinking of taking this orange bag just because it was so big. I don't know if I really wanted that much in it. I just knew I was buying the bottoms. Pumped up so nice on that daily. Wow, we went to 66. Now I'm only up 2.6. You know what I'm saying? If Bitcoin dumps, this is gonna dump too, right? Could make $2,500 on orange coin and then go back in for the gain, right? It's like it's all about having the most in every coin. That's a nice gain too. And then I ended up taking, you know. Again, you don't sell 10 grand on 12 grand on a small order book like this. You come in and you sneak out. You sneak out like this, 2,600. And you sneak out below limit 4 times quickly and you get in and get out before you know, people realize you just sold a big bag. You know what I mean? So I like the gain. And look, it's dropping a little bit. I like where I got in though. I got in at such a good price. But you know what? What I'll do is I'll use I don't really think I need this big of a bag at orange coin. It could end up turning into millions of dollars. I'll look back, damn, if I kept that, right? But I'm savvy. I'll find another way to make gains. So I'm going to sell half the bag a little lower, right? So I show you a lot of my live trades here every day too. And you see the gains that I make. See, 50% filled. So I undo that again, and I just build half the bag again. I go a little lower, and I sell again. It's the fastest way to get your gains. All right, and I can do this again. Now you see, I'm going to start lowering this market because I'm pretty big, and I need them to fill my orders, right? See what I'm saying? How much did I end up leaving in the till? 7 grand of orange. I got smaller amounts to get in and out. Still, it's getting hard for me to fill the bag, you see? So I keep hitting this and just going a little bit below market and sniping out. Okay? A little bit below market. Now, I'm lowering the price. You can see I'm the one lowering the price here because the order is pretty big. Now, I got 5 grand in orange coin. If it goes to 0, I don't think I'll even care. I got a really good order, and I took some profits, and I made like almost 3 grand. So I have 2,600 to give. You see what I'm saying? I'll have to look at the coin again to see kind of where we're at. Seems like we're moving in the trade to the upside here for Bitcoin, right? I called it again. Yeah, I did. I made a beautiful call. Now you're up 10% of the trade, banging to the upside. I showed you how we make this money every single day here. Should have doubled down, tripled down. Made 10% already that fast, that furiously. I could smell the fear. And when there's a lot of fear of the market, I'm going in. I also saw this shoulder, head and right shoulder. And I just don't question myself ever again, man. And I got above the 200 SMA, and I knew we were going to the upside. 80% chance, 90% chance. My indicators told me to take this trade. So again, I gave you a live trade. This is a guy that gives you the live trade every single day. I don't know who else you're watching. If they're playing games, I don't know what they're doing, but they're not going to show you how to make money immediately. They're going to say, oh, join this thing. I showed you right at this nice little area. Join the VIP section. I don't do that, man. I show you how to make gains right here, right in front of you every single day. Now, this could be the bull trap trying to pull everybody in before they dump us down too. Just be careful. All right. How did I know this was going to happen? Because I used my 200 SMA. Now, once this 300, if the 3 minute can close above this yellow line, we're going to be in some good money. And if the 1 minute can get above the 200 SMA, which it did, look, that was your indication to open the trade. The second this line opened, I've seen massive pumps come out of this one. The last time we had it was right here, and it was a beautiful trade. It started like, right there, 6 in the morning? Beautiful trade. And so I've used this move here. Whenever price action gets above the 200 SMA on the 1 minute time frame, look at this. We're up big money now. 24% gains. $128 of the trade. I showed you exactly how to make a trade. I showed you exactly when to get down. I showed you exactly why, how, and when. I've done this every single day for days on end. Like, you come to the stream, you're going to see a live trade made. You're going to see how I do it. You're going to see how I pile in the money day in and a day out. You're going to see me buying thousands of dollars worth of things, 10 grand, swing grand. You're going to see me making 16 grand a night, 150,000, let's go, baby. And look, that's a good trade right there. Overbought on the stochastics. I like that. Like, I take that. I take that trade and I wait for the next move. I clean, and I do that 10 times a day, make $1,500 trading leverage. I was in that trade for how long? How long was I in that trade to make $150? 3 minutes? 6-7 minutes? All right. Now it does say, it suggests that it does go higher. And I'll be honest, the one thing I do is I do sell early because I lock in profits. I wouldn't be surprised if this goes higher. I'd go to the smaller time frame now to figure out what's happening to Bitcoin. 7 minute just got stopped out there too, a little overbought. I tend to sell these local tops very, very well. If you feel good that you're going to tell someone how good your trade is, it's usually a local top. So look, I was good. I made $150 that fast. It was quite impressive. So, also it's so cooler selling when you're live and making money. Now look at inverted head and shoulder here too. So we showed you 2 inverted head and shoulders. Both were telling you a reversal was coming. Both gave you the measured move. Now you could have listened to it if you wanted to, and there was a 68% chance that was going to happen. Now we know we still have resistance here at 73,000. I kept talking about it, right? And we kind of breached above it a little bit, but it's still like it's a resistance area. Bounce, 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 resistance. Look how Sammy sold the local top. Did you sell the local top with Sammy? Let me know. All right. Now we look for like a 1 second flag, I know, which is crazy, to not break the 200 SMA. And honestly, this could be a nice move to the upside here. I'll teach you how to trade the 1 second chart. It takes like a lot of concentration and patience. But as long as we keep above that 200 SMA, we have ourselves a possible move here. Target is 73,686. And my take, you know, I'm not getting into the trade yet. I just set up the trade in case I want to take it because I got to be quick enough to see it. You don't want to lose the 200 here on the 1 second. Even on the 1 second chart, losing the 200 can create a massive dump. I may have sold a local top there. I do see some bearish div on the 1 second. Yeah, that's a nice short indication. So you can't trade leverage if you don't have control over yourself. And you know why most people lose leverage is because they're dreamers. Every trade they get into is a dream trade. It's the one that's going to change their portfolio. It's the one that's going to double them up. It's the one that's going to give them all the money. You get what I'm saying? Whenever I got into a dream trade meeting, it was the one that was going to do it for me. I was going to finally double up and all this. But whenever I just said, you know, I'm going to make $150 maybe 5 times today if I can. Or I'm going to make $100 6, 7 times today if I can. I'm going to make $50 5 times today if I can. You start small, like everything in life. You start little by little and you say like, you know, see, I just keep adjusting the idea if this does stay inside of a flag. So I've showed you the weekly all the way down to the 1 second chart. You will not see this much knowledge in any other YouTube live stream. I showed you how to scalp Bitcoin with 37x leverage. All right. I made $150 off of like $500, right? I just made you, I showed you how we get it down. I showed you how the 200 SMA on the 1 second chart does resemble it if you lose it. Now, had we stayed above that, I would open up the long. And we'd be pumping right now, right up to the upside. Still a chance that we could bounce back. Kind of liking this flag, to be honest. It's a bull flag. Now we have the wick that could be the wick that broke the camel's back. Wow, that was all 777s just there. You saw that? The 777s follow me around all the time. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me as we do mental gymnastics here on Bitcoin every single day. Shout out to the live chat. Dream traders always win, my man. Trading the 1 minute is just that. Prepare to sell in 1 minute. You are the man, the hopium. Yep. And shout out to all the new people here. Who is new? Never seen me on a stream before. I have no idea who Sam Price, the crypto lifer, is. I hope you're getting a gist. I hope you're getting a little bit of a gist of what it's like to be with a real person every single day of your life, baby. No jokes, no frills. If you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. And we stand for so much here at this channel. Work ethic, honor, discipline, you know, the 4 Ds, the desire to change your life, the dedication to do it all the time, right? The determination to keep going, the discipline to do it even when you don't feel like you want to do it. You think I want to wake up every single day and hit the charts? I mean, I kind of do. I actually do. I love the charts so much. But there's some days where I just want to go for a walk in the woods. There's some days where I just want to be alone. There's some days where I don't want to talk for 2 hours. You know what I mean? I just kind of want to be in my space. But I do what I got to do, everybody, because this is the job I created. This is the life I'm in now, right? This is what I got. I'm a YouTube guy. Like, this is the thing that I got going, right? So I make good money trading, and I love I love sharing it and being a YouTube personality. I really do. Like, I love this job, so I wouldn't change it for anything in the world. Starting to kind of see how we're getting flat here. There's a chance this could be kind of a move. We got to get back above the moving averages, though. So I see some pullback action on all around the bend here. Around the bend. Bitcoin got rejected hard right there at my sell. Look, I sold it right there. You see when I sold? Sammy sold a local top, right? How did I do that? How? I don't know, honestly. I live and die by these certain rules. You know, and I don't break them, man. You know, my word on my balls, I don't break them for nobody. Right? I got in at 725. I got out at 73,044. Price went to 73,100. I mean, you can't get much better than that on a scalp. Look at that. Sold right there. So again, for Bitcoin, you got this high. You got this lower high now. It was a breakout, in my humble opinion, of this little flag. I don't know how we called that. We were able to see that happening before it happened. But still, like... Now, here's the deal. The 1 minute must... So this is a cool little flag here we could trade. This is actually something I might trade. Let me go back to the 1 minute now. That looks good to me. Where's my 1 minute perpetual? Okay. Shout out to Sebi, teaching live and changing lives every day. Shout out to Crypto Bear Baker in the house. Shout out to Rave Song Records. You just made people enough money to buy your course in 10 minutes. Exactly. It's a massive rally in Bitcoin for people to sell it and buy RADIX finally. XRD, 30% up. I mean, I got RADIX. Is it ever going to move? I really do. You don't think I do? It's like, this guy has every coin. Like, is there a coin he doesn't own? Like, look at my RADIX. Oh, wow. It pumped up to the upside today. Oh, my God. I've been holding RADIX for friggin' a year. I think I'm down in this coin. I think it's the one coin I'm actually down in. Look, 95 open positions. I'm up 20,000 in Naka. I'm up 20,000 in FET. I'm up $2 grand, $3 grand in AVAX. I'm up 14,000 in NEAR. I'm up 10 grand in Wildcoin. I'm up 3 grand in GFAL. I'm up 3 grand in Mix Token. Like, you know. Joystream, I'm only down 1,400 bucks. I was down 7 grand just like a week ago. Joystream came back for me, baby. I'm up 7 grand on BMX. I'm up 5 grand. There isn't a coin I'm not up 5 to 10 to 20 grand on. I'm going to teach you how to get paid every single day of your life, everybody. This is the channel that does it for real. We wear $2,000 three-piece suits, man. We're not trying to lie, but we do, man. Like, you want to be fresh to death. You want to be on point. This is the place to be every single day. And now look, if Bitcoin loses the 200 SMA, oh, look at it bounce right off that resistance. I mean, that support, resistance becomes previous support. So they just look, if this comes back inside, we can trade the flag again. Oh, there she is. Is she okay? Yeah, then don't do it anymore. No, you don't. Oh, my God. Oh, you're using saline? Oh, that's different. I didn't know. It's okay, baby. Oh. Oh, man. She don't like that nose spray. I wouldn't like it. Who wants it? No one wants anything in their nose, man. So you could definitely see, if Bitcoin can get back inside the flag, then the flag can play out. Again, we didn't take this flag, and we talked about how we have to stay above the 200 SMA on the 1 minute time frame. Look, it's like, there must be a whale who tried my thing. And he tried to trade it. All right, let's take a look here at, dude, AITECH has me I'm FOMOing for AITECH right now, if you can't tell. Like, I'm FOMOing for it like you wouldn't believe. Shout out to the fan funding. Shout out to everybody here. Pickle Rick, After Hours Investing, Dreamy Adventures, Ryan Hughes, Jay Powell's assistant, Jamie Zeno, Ryan Hughes, everybody out here. ETN, Pickle Rick, Billy Bob 369, Crypto Bear Baker, Window Potato Gamer, DYOFR, Billy, Irish Aries, Matt Stevens, O Crypto, Michael Olin. A lot of amazing names here on the channel. Blessings on blessings. Get the education you deserve. Join the 99. AITECH is a deflationary token, by the way. Oh, that's a good thing. You were born with a huge talent. Thank you. Liver, do you use the 100 SMA paired with the 200 SMA? Amazing for scalping. Yes, I do. All the time, my friend. Shout out to Juice World. We love you. I appreciate you, brother. I use the 100, the 200, the 80, the 50, and the 21. Those are my tactics for annihilation. You know what I mean? Juice, man, come back to my Maxi link, man. Please, man. I'm telling you, man. I just saved my 3,000 muddy position. Let's get Sam up to 777 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. Blessings on blessings. Shout out to the 1,800 people here on the live. 573 likes, $78 in chat revenue. I think we get more super chats than any other stream too. I think yesterday you guys bombarded me with $300, man. It was out of control. I'm green to trading Bitcoin. I put 1,000 in. Should invest more. What's your Cash App, bro? My Cash App is Crypto Lifer with the money sign. And Joshua Baker just sent $5. Thank you. I see it right here. Cash App. Joshua Baker sent you $5. Joshua, thank you. Blessings on blessings. Cash App. $ Crypto Lifer, baby. I'm lurking and working. If I lose my job, I'm joining. Hey, man, you're gonna have no choice, right? If you get caught watching me and then you lose your job, you're gonna have to join the group. Hey. So look, it broke out. It retested that key level. Look, that's a retest of this. See that? Tells me that we could get in here. So let me switch to the 1 minute. Oh yeah, we're on the 1 minute. Look at the giant inverted head and shoulder that we just made. And we're coming back for the retest here. Oh yeah, so this is like the little flag we were watching. Oh, this happens every once in a while. There we go. This thing will shake. The screen will shake a little bit. I think it's the VRVP or I don't know what it is. Hey, look, this is a free VRVP, by the way. You have to get TradingView. You have to get advanced, but they have it here on MEXC. So you can use the TradingView widget, add this, and then you don't have to pay for VRVP. I just learned that. I just figured that out right now. So look, here's the next likely trade that I could take here to the upside. So this is going to be a target of 73,751. Again, I'm not taking the trade yet. I'm feeling how I feel about it. To feel how I feel about it, I have to see the whole trade. So I have to build the trade. I have to see it. I have to see the risk. So wow, yeah, 123 for 464. I can risk what I just made. And if we pop, we pop. Low stochastics look good. And then I'm looking for hidden bullish divergence, which I get. It's pretty good. That tells me we likely should get a bounce. However, we're struggling on this 200 SMA here. Thing is, when it pops, it's like it's going to pop. It usually pops pretty hard above the 200. I'm going to take the scalp. I could risk less, though, too. I could even risk 80. That way, if I lose, I still win. All right. And see how it pops fast when it breaks that 200 SMA. I'm going to complete the order there. And I should have, see? How did I know it was going to break up like that? Because that's what happens when price moves above the 200. Guys, I have this locked in like you wouldn't believe. I can see when price is about to move, and I get in right when it happens. Look, I just made $40 like that. Like, I can teach you how to do this. And what I like to do is just scalp these too. Like, I would have taken that 50 right off the top. I like to see green, whether it's small or big. I don't like to see red at all. No red. Shout out to the 777s, man. You're amazing, dude. You just gave 77.77. Blessings on you, brother. Shout out to V for giving $77.77. Unbelievable. That's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Look at this trade. This trade should be up more, actually. Remember, we were down there. We were at 30. And how did I know it was going to move right then? Look at the 77.77s right there, too. Oh, so you don't get about me is I'll take this trade right now. I'll take $50. I'm not afraid. I don't live in fear, and I'm not trying to impress anybody. I have nobody to impress. Only one I try to impress is my wife, man. High chance you're going to break out. You got the stochastics with you, telling you that you had, you got above the 200 SMA now, back on the 1 minute time frame. That's a bullish sign for me. I don't like the tweezer tops though, so I just take the $20. See, should have been more. I should have went harder at that level. Why did I take the gain? Why did I sell right there? Because I guarantee to win, and if I do that over and over again, I'm not going to lose. That's why. Pretty simple, right? Can I control the price of Bitcoin? No. Like an altcoin, if I sell, is it supposed to dump? No. You know? But I know the bigger time frames are not in my favor. And so I know that there's people shorting the market on a bigger time frame, which is putting pressure against my trades, right? Look, I sold that local top so far. $200 SMA is king, and Sammy showed me that. How many people have changed their lives trading with me Put a 333 in the comment section if you've changed your life trading with me. If you know that I'm the real deal. If you've made it happen, baby. If you've seen your account make gains. If you've actually made the gains with me. No BS. Put a 333 in the comment section. Show the world. Show the public. Let's have everybody know what kind of trading group this is. What kind of people we are. Let's go! Let's stay motivated. Never seen a trading group like this. Never seen a YouTube channel like this. Never seen progression in this manner. Day in and day out. My mom died. My dad died. It didn't matter. I didn't stop. I lost my parents. My mother died in front of me. As she spoke in front of me, I watched her die. I watched her die in my eyes. I watched my mother die in front of me on Thanksgiving Day. And I still pushed forward every single day. I did not cry. I cried, but I did not crumble. Blessings on blessings to everybody out here. With God's grace, I was able to stand here every single day. With God's grace, I was able not to take a day off. With God's grace, I was able to be a family man for my kids. With God's grace, I was able to pull myself up and be strong. My friends, my family, my people, my lifers, this is what we're here for. This is just this essence of life, man. Blessings on blessings to everybody out here. I love y'all more than you would ever know. I love y'all more than you would ever know. My capacity to love is so big because my mom was such a giving person. My mom gave me the ability to love each and every one of you in a mass scale. I am so lucky to have what I have. I am so blessed. And I know it. And I know it. All right? Sorry, I just got, it hits me hard when I realize how lucky I am, how much has come my way, how far we've come from where we began, and where we're going, So look, Bitcoin now makes the reversal pattern. That's the money printer right there. Where I got in actually was the money printer. That was your 786. Look at it. So crazy. Look, this is 786 from the candle to the wick. After the divergence, you wait for it to come back to the 786, you take the ride up. This is just subconsciously money printing. So now look, you're going to have this flag here and this move here. Bang, right? It's funny, we lost 40 people in the live that couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle the energy, man, and the vibes. So look, this is what's going to happen. It's a 50-50 pattern. It goes either way. Above a 200 SMA tells me we're likely to move to the upside. Shoulder, head, right shoulder tells me we could move to the upside. I don't like how the stochastics are a little too high. Tells me it could dump. This would be my next trade, a 3-to-1. I would snuggle below the 200 SMA. I'd get to 74,206. We would make a new all-time high if this plays out. Okay? So crazy how could we be bearish? We're so far close to the all-time high, right? And again, we may go sideways. We may pump. We may continue to pump. I'm just showing you what the indicators are suggesting. When you see indicators like that, it's usually bearish. Hey, who knows? I'll go one step at a time. 72,481, right? And this will be our next trade. 15-minute has gas, so it says it's in our favor. Let me take a look at the 7-minute just for a split second. Look at that played out beautifully. That entry right there. And then if you open up a trade above the 200 SMA, 7-minute looks interesting too on the squeeze. Getting a little overbought on the smaller time frame, so that's what's got me a little weary of the move. Wow, AITECH continues to boom. So I got to 8 back in. I 8 back into AITECH, right? But guys, did I get back in over there? And we could easily get stopped out on any one of these calls. You have to remember that. I'd like to go for a bigger target, but there's no way of telling where we're going to go. The second we lose the 200 SMA on the 5, it'll be a wrap. So I can risk half of what I just made, 77 for 240. It's okay. 7248, 74206. I mean, it's more than you know. So I exit the trade lightly. I can only lose $77, right? Now, if we start to break out, we retest, I'll add to the trade. When it starts to rip, what I do is I slam in hard. Like, if I see the move starting to move, I go 1, 2, 3, and I double down, sometimes quadruple down. Turn this into, a $13,000 to a $50,000 trade, and then execute that move. Look, we made a cup of coffee in 2 seconds, $6. Look at that. Fastest $5 you ever made in your life. All right, so we went over the total market cap. The weekly is a little high here. We have bearish div. I mean, we could just continue to rip, though. I get it. Maybe we're in some type of super cycle and the charts just rip. I get it. I'm open-minded to go on any journey we're going to go on. Remember, I put 100 grand into Solana at 109. I'm not bashful. And Sammy's up huge right now. Why did I get into Solana when I did? Because I saw that we were coming into a key area of support or resistance. That crazy dip. I bought right down in here. Oh, wow, they brought it. No, I bought right here. In this cup and handle. See, they call me Sammy Cup and Handy because I use the cup and handle to enter a lot of. This is a cup. There was a handle, and I got in right there. 109. I'll always remember it, man, for the rest of my life. This is how crazy the charts are, too. I'm up huge. It goes to 136, right? I'm at 109, so I'm up like 23 grand. When it came down, I was down 4 grand at one point. I didn't see it. And then, with, you know what I mean? That's how insane this market is, though. Right? Yeah, Solana continuing to do damage. However, I mean, I do see bearish div. All across the board, everywhere, on every indicator, every single asset. So for Solana, what you want to do now is we want to look at it like which I haven't done this in a while. And send in your super chats for TA and deep dives, everybody. We're going to break them down for you. When you sell a trade after making 50, how much do you pay in fees at the time when the platform you're using to trade? I'm new. It's very, very small. The fees on Mexi are tiny. Zero, very, very small. Let me show you, actually. I'll show you my trade, and we'll see how much I paid in fees. How's that? Right? So on the $22, I paid $3.50 in fees. Okay. That last trade, maybe $1.30 in fees. And on that bigger trade that we made, we only paid $2 in fees on that 126. See? $2 in fees. If you limit out, it's better than if you mark it out. Just remember that. Don't be a maker or taker. I mean, be a maker, not a taker. All right. This trade's actually going well now. And honestly, if you look at it, it's a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. And that's a cup with kind of a handle there. See, there's a cup. That's a handle. Let me show you. I know you don't believe me. Because you're like, Sam, you're out of your mind over here. I'm like your buddy, everyone. You've known me your whole life. I'm you, you're me. You've never met a more personable guy. I'm your brother, I'm your father, I'm your sister, I'm your mother. No, I'm just... But man, I'll make you laugh, I'll make you smile. If I ever came over your house, the first thing I would do, you would smile the second you saw me. I put people in a good mood. All my friends are people that like to be in good moods. I hang around positive people. I stay positive all the time. And that's the only way to live, everybody. You gotta build up your positive energy bank. That's it, because the life is going to send a lot at us. Right? I'm your pusher man. You're funny. Shout out to Cesar Cordero. Bang, bang, bang. Super chats. EGLD, SEI, Seller, Grok, Cadena, POKT, Quant, Cirrus, Ladies, and Pocket Network. In your dreams, ETH is a BTC killer, right? Casper is making a nice fractal of the daily chart for the last pump. If it continues, it looks like a blast out in a few weeks. Yeah, it'll take its time. Casper, we put it, I'll look at Casper in 6 months, man. Shoes off like button smashed. Amen. Look, no shoes during the stream, but I got pants on. If I can get my leg up. I got navy blue pants though to match my navy blue shirt. Gray tie to match the gray vest, right? Bitcoin tie. You notice that, the Bitcoin tie, right? I want to make sure everyone sees that. Only Bitcoin ties at all-time highs. You know what I mean? I just ordered literally 10 Bitcoin ties, and that's it. All right. No socks though. Nah. You can't wear socks, man. Real traders trade barefoot. I'm always barefoot trading. Call it barefoot trading, man. I put socks on when I go outside the house, man. You can't wear socks in the house. Why are you wearing socks in your house? You trip on the stairs. I sold half my holdings. I was in profit, waiting for a dip, waiting for a pullback. Was that smart or stupid? Half your holdings of what? Everything you own? Honestly, I'm in for the long haul. You see what I'm saying? So when this pullback comes, I'm just going to be buying in, adding to some things, and maybe just be kind of, just waiting for the next bigger move. Every pullback is going to create a bigger pump at one point. Hoover family, I can't tell you what to do with your money, man. You didn't sell it all. You took some profit. If you're okay with selling, that is a taxable event. Short-term capital gains possibly there. And see now, with $27 in losses, we really didn't get the follow through. The Stokes are pretty high. Looks like we could be just kind of making it fall to the downside. Let's take a look at the bigger time frames. See how the 30-second is kind of falling off, rolling over there. That's not a follow through. I'm going to jump out of the trade with a small loss. You see? I'm going to jump out of the trade with a small loss. Why, you say? Well, we didn't lose the trend line yet. I can see that, I should be in the green for more already. We should just be plowing ahead. And I can see the bigger time frames are not in my favor too. And if we bounce here and we go sideways, I can enter the trade yet again. You see? But if we start to lose the trend line, so I exit because that looks like it's going to go further down. I see a dump coming here. I can smell it. It's weird. I can feel the dump. I know when it's going to come. And it's high stochastics too as well, which are telling me, I don't like to get into trades when the Stokes are that high. This looks like we're about to peel all the way down here to 71,689. I could short the market now, right? I see a dump here. This is kind of a slanted M. Look how fast I switched from long to short. You see that? You'd be like, how did he do that? That's the skill of trading. All right. MEXC is not available in my jurisdiction. Any platforms you recommend besides? If you get a VPN, you should be fine. Get a VPN. Get NordVPN, which I have a link to. Click this. And I use Spain or Portugal, and they're money, man. Internet's not as fast sometimes, but it works, man. But you do you. Whatever you want, man. Use it, yeah. Smelling the dump depends on what I ate, he says. It's so weird. Anyway, and I'll be honest, I was trading all night long too, so I'm a bit exhausted today. I'm going to take the afternoon off. If you trade because get your positions. I'm not, when the market's hot, I have to be building positions. You can, I'm just going to do me because even though the market, no. When the market's hot, I have to be in it, but I'm not going to overtrade my brain. I like this track a lot. I can see myself just, just. Triceps. Skull crusher. I'm just a happy guy, man. You haven't never seen a happier guy, man. I lost my mom and dad, but they were great people. They taught me how to be a great person. And they taught me how to live my life and how to just really, really enjoy every moment. My parents gave me the best gift, and that's the gift of being happy no matter what. They taught me money wasn't everything. They taught me that family and friends were everything. They taught me that the connections, the people would make me whole. And I'm telling you right now, man, I'm so super excited to be here with each and every one of you. Blessings on blessings to be alive. Fighting this higher low, The bulls are strong right now. See, the thing is, if this comes up, goes sideways, then I can make the trade. I got like a few 1 minute candles in me, right? What time frame are we on there? 5 minute candles, yeah. So far, so good that we're holding up. I didn't need to bail on the trade. I find if that did take a dump, I wouldn't have lost. And if it comes back up and goes sideways, I can enter the trade again. And all I have to do is lose 27 to 30 bucks. I was fast when I came in, rock when I blamed them, everyone to stop when I crocked should have slain him. Never stop, never block, never rock, never go. You know, that's how it would be if you were going to hit it. Change the whole game with a rearrange. Change the whole game when I rearrange the frame. Matic's always moving automatic when I'm grooving. So, wow, I like this consolidation. This is, you know, and again, the market is telling me if it's bearish or bullishness. I'm picking up subconscious signs at every moment in time. We're finding out what it's doing, all right? Let's get back to Solana on the weekly time frame. I want to take a look at where Solana's going, how it's going, and when it's going. All-time high is coming very, very fast. 261 does not look far away. One thing I will show you that I've used in my lifetime, and it does play out, shoulder, head, right shoulder, neckline. Bang, right? Measured move is the length of that neckline to the upside. That gives us basically the all-time high. Inverted head and shoulder broke the neckline. There's not a lot of resistance here. Your next spot is 175 for Solana, right? So there's just not a lot of resistance for SOL. And look at the weekly. The weekly says it's going to rip. The weekly says this is the perfect, and that's another reason I bought Solana when the weekly was low and about to turn at that 109 area. Thank you for being authentic with us, Emmy. Can you check out the chart for Virtua TVK? I got it at 18. Shout out to Tantum Santos. We love you, Tantum. We're going to take a look. All right. Sailor will pump it back up soon. You're funny. More thoughts about GeoJam. I mean, I think it's a good coin. So let's take a look here at Solana on the weekly. I don't want to move that. So I just showed you something that you'll never see, that inverted head and shoulder on the weekly, right? So that was our clean resistance. Once we broke 115, easily made a move. And then we cracked right through 137 like it didn't matter. It was like, okay, I'll see you later. Our next resistance for Solana is 175, 178. It just looks like it's on the way, and the weekly says yes. And honestly, what you do is, you know, Solana's behind Bitcoin. Bitcoin made the weekly flag, and Bitcoin hit the target of the weekly flag. You know, Bitcoin may pull back, and the altcoins may pump. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance and see if it's going to give us a little bit of movement in these altcoins. Dude, AITECH is a monster. This thing looks like it's going to continue all the way to 63. Every time I sell it, I regret it. Like, I should just let it sit. It's impossible to take profits in this market, I'm telling you. Like, it's almost pointless to take profits. Every time I've thought to do the right thing, it's just been like, just leave it and let it rip. Just add to your bags. I just didn't think I was going to have a 30 grand AITECH bag that fast. You know what I mean? I thought it was going to take a month or two. I'm trading. And that's the thing. I get greedy. Then I have 30 grand. I want to have 30 grand in it. Just be happy with 15 grand of it and walk away, Sam. Why do you have to have it all? Like, you just made 15 grand the night, like the night before, like last night. I put in, you know, 10, 15 grand. I turned it into 15 grand. My mind just, then I get greedy. I want the 15 grand in AITECH. I want 30 grand in AITECH. Because what if it does a 10x? I'm going to make 300 grand. You know, it's like the mind just keeps replaying. I'm so optimistic. My kids call me Barney, like the purple dinosaur. Love being in the 99. Shout out to Rave Song Records. We love you, man. I remember you were telling me that. My kids called me Barney, and I was like, I thought I misinterpreted one time, right? We had a joke about it. So Bitcoin dominance does look like it could go to the upside. Now, when the market tanks, I will tell you, Bitcoin dominance will go up because people run out of altcoins into Bitcoin because they know their altcoins will get kicked way harder down than Bitcoin. Like, if there's a huge market dump, like something like AITECH might dump from 48 all the way back to 15, Bitcoin might just go from like 70 to 60,000. So, right? Look, I could see that dump. And now, look, you lost the 30-second 200 SMA. So there's a bullish div right there, though, that could save us. And again, 1, 2, 3 higher lows in a row. You are fighting this low at 71,600. But if you keep losing the 200 SMA on these smaller time frames, that's confirmation. So right here, see how the 1 minute lost it? And see how I dumped out of the trade, and I would have lost more. And now this is choppy mess today. Choppy, messy stuff. Like, Now, my style may be unorthodox. My style may be different. You may not be able to compare my style to anyone else's, but would you want to? If your style is comparable to everyone else's, then the market maker knows it, right? You don't want to trade like everybody else. You want to have a unique way of trading that no one else can really truly identify. That way, how can they get me if they don't know how I'm getting in and getting out, right? What's weird about it is I use the traditional sauce. Look, I'll be looking for this inverted head and shoulder here to break me to the upside. I can see the pattern before it forms. I can see the idea before it happens. In this way, projection is your friend because you're able to get ahead of the curve before most of the other traders. They're just trying to figure out what's happening while I'm already in there like swimwear, ready to make an execution. And not an execution like you think. We're not talking the electric chair here. We're executing at a high level. So now the 1 minute looks like it's going to get a break here. Low, high, higher, low. That's a scalp that looks interesting to me at the bottom of the trend line, but we haven't been able to get too high from that. And below the 200 SMA, it's a very daring high-risk trade for me. For me, this is identified at a very high-risk trade. This falling wedge says it can break to the upside. We saw a bullish div right there, and the Stokes are pointing up pretty aggressively. To me, that said, and then previous support becomes resistance. It's a good scalp. Looks like even if we're going down, we'll pump at least back to 72,848. So right now, I'm giving you the idea that, calling this high probability move that you're going to see a pump out of the 1 minute right now. It should happen in the next 2-3 minutes. We should get a move if we can get above this, and then we're going to try to battle this yellow line. So I can tell you what's going to happen to price. Look, it just pumped, it battled the yellow line. How did I know that? Because I do this for a living every single day. Now, once we get above this line, we'll continue up. Okay. Could this be considered a slanted W? I've seen it in my lifetime. You probably can't see it. And the W will play out slanted to the upside, which will be the falling wedge, and that will be the measured move. The measured move of the falling wedge is the length of this pole. Takes you to basically to where the W should take you to 73,162. Now you have to get above this yellow line on the 200 SMA. And it's back to the same game over and over again. You get it? Aha. I see what he's doing now, right? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Now we're above the 200 on the 1 minute. Nope, rejected still. Almost looks like a bearish retest in a way. See that? It very well could be. You got to get above the yellow line. Now, once we get above the yellow line, I get excited. That's when I start thinking, hey, this could make some gains. Oh, look, there's a cup and handle. I just saw it. I didn't notice it until now. Sammy cup and handy, right? Now I got my signature. Now I can make a trade. I'm above the 200 with a cup and handle. I only make the trade that makes sense. I can only make the trade that my system tells me I can make. I can't just go open up trades whenever I want. It doesn't work like that. My emotions do not control my entries. My entries are controlled by technical analysis. That's it. I'm either in above a 200 SMA or I'm not. You get it? Like, it's simple. I've seen it too much. Like, I've been hurt by not listening too much. I will listen. And now I need to pull everything away and just look, are we getting above that 200? And now I'm going to risk again the 100 for the $300. You see? It's the same old story over and over again. Now, remember, if I trade this 10 times and I lose it 7 times, I lose 2.1%. If I win 3 times, I win 3.399%, right? So 3.399 is way more than 2.1. And I only have to win, 3 out of 10 trades. I win way more than that, okay? And again, I've seen people win 9 out of 10 trades and be a losing trader because the 1 out of the 9-10 trades, they lost $1,000. The other ones they won 100. So you gotta always, you can't just ape. What it is they have good trades, and then they decide they have to ape in at this massive level, and they usually lose a lot of their gains. Okay. Through grief and pain, he finds his way, inspiring others day by day. For his words, a beacon shines, bright, guiding us through the darkest. Through grief and pain, he finds his way, inspiring others day by day. For in his words, a beacon shines bright, guiding us through the darkest night. So let's raise a toast to the podcaster True for his resilience, for all he'll do. In the crypto world, where fortunes spin, he's the rock, the voice, the kin. I love you, man. God bless you. I genuinely cherish the chance to join your circle. Being a part of your group would truly make me feel like the luckiest person alive. All right, I'll put you in for a month. Email cryptolifers@gmail because you asked, and I had such a good month. What's your name? I can't see your name. Let me see. Let's go to your channel. Mr. An66, Mr. Anon, I think that is, kind of crypto and Web3. You're in for a month, all right? You're in for a month. Make some content, all right? How about you make content? If I see you make one video, I'll put you in the video. I'll put you in. How's that? You make one piece of content, and I'll put you in the trading group. You do that a deal for me? You do one piece of content. Talk about how you want to join the trading group, whatever. Make one piece of content here, man. Looks like you're starting out. You want to do something. Let's see you do it. Make one piece of content today. My first video was my phone talking about how you could get free Bitcoin if you open up a Binance US account. That was the first video you ever saw on my crypto YouTube channel. I'll put you in anyway, but I want you to, So email us, Crypto and Web3. I'll send this to my team. We'll make sure it's you. We'll verify it. But you're in because you asked. And and again, everyone back, dang, how come he picked him out of nowhere? I want everyone to understand that ask and you shall receive, man. All right? And the universe really opens up when you ask. Like, people can't defy you when you ask. Even people that don't want to help you, when you ask, they kind of have to help you. It's really weird. They don't have a choice. They got to do the right thing. All right? Back above the 200, making a bit of a flag. Oversold on the stochastics, though. Did we enter the trade? I still can't believe that. XRD, man. RADIX, finally. Wow. Oh, we did enter the trade. Okay, cool. And see, down 26, it's a tough day, man. We're not getting a lot of bullish follow through. Almost, look at this. This is weird, but like shoulder, head, right shoulder. I'm just I always look at things differently in a unique perspective. And look, I'm going to eat up most of my gains if I keep it up, right? See, below the 200 SMA again. Not able to hold that. Not able to hold it. Could we make a right shoulder and bounce? I'll leave the trade this time and let it sit, but I'm not, I didn't risk a lot, right? And look, that's how quick. And below the 200, that's bearish. So I saw bearishness in the bigger time frames. We use the small time frames to wait for confirmation. We got a few little pumps, but we never got the action that we wanted. We didn't get above 73,000. That was the key resistance that we must get back above. You see? Now we're toying with price action right now. We got wicked back up to the upside there. I'll leave the trade alone. And let me jump into the super chats. So I've just been so enthralled with trading Bitcoin the last few weeks because of the way Bitcoin's going. It's been harder for me to jump into the super chats because Bitcoin has just been enthralling. And I've been just really into Bitcoin. Sam, can you activate your life revision on CETUS when you have time? Celebrate the first super chat on TCast. I'll go from the bottom up here, and we're just going to go all the way. Shout out to my man TCast for asking about CETUS. And shout out to the super chats. Shout out to John Crispalla, Rave Song Records. So let's look at CETUS here on MEXC. So I'm in CETUS right now. I've been building a bag in CETUS for like 3 weeks now. I'm down a little bit because I started building around 11 and 12, and I'm down a little bit, right? But I believe once, SUI gets really big, the exchange, the CETUS is going to be the decentralized exchange. You're going to see a big move. And to me, that's accumulation. I mean, for weeks on end, you've been well above this key level. I see this beautiful fib. We may go lower to the 618, but we already wicked to the 618, which checks off my confirmations. So then I go to my 3-day chart. All right, that's going to be kind of my go-to, and it looks beautiful. I'm in CETUS right now, hiding out, waiting for the bigger move. So I'm thinking about buying 100 SOL right now. Good move or bad move, in your opinion, the Hoover family? Honestly, if you're willing to hold it for the next year and a half, again, I bought 100K of SOL. I was willing to hold it, you know what I mean, for a year. So it didn't matter what happened to me. Think about it. If I don't say anything, it's my actions, right? I have 100K in SOL. Am I selling it right now? I'm up 40K? No. So that means that I believe it's going to go higher. So that's your answer. Your answer is I have 100K in SOL at 109 and I'm not selling. So your answer is I truly, by my actions, whatever I say, doesn't really matter. I believe that the market will be going further to the upside, right? So that's kind of, that's the idea. All right. All right. Remember, I used to get caught up watching a lot of YouTubers, and all the people that are trying to sell stuff and do stuff and get, you know, they're getting allocations, pre-sales, and they're going to be like, listen to this, look at that, look at this, look at that. And it's you know, I think about buying 100 SOL right now, a good move or bad move in your opinion. Yeah, answer that question, John Crispala. I would like to be like you when I grew up, Sammy. Hey man, just keep going and you're going to get there. Solama launching on MEXC tomorrow. Can you tee on meme coin? Wow. Wow, Solama's going to be on MEXC tomorrow? Dang, I kind of wish, I never thought it was going to get that. Dang, you guys gave us Solama early. Flokita is a new one pumping. Flokita, like Better Call Saul. That's actually a pretty good one. Like, I would buy that. Like, that's a good one. I love that show. Dude, see, like, I'm a fan of that show. I would just buy it because I'm a fan of the show. Liquidity is locked, which is good. Like, oh my gosh, right? You can go to ORCA. I was going to Radium, but it was spinning the other day. I like Radium because it was my go-to. So I got some Solana. Yeah, I'm going to do a little bit just for fun. See, like Radium hasn't been, I don't know what's been going on with Radium, but I haven't been able to get it to kind of, for me personally, I don't know if it's the Brave browser or what's going on. So I go to ORCA now, you know. Dude, AITECH, man. It's been an amazing day for me. I sold the trade for 16,000 in gains at like 4 in the morning, and then I or 5, and then I was like, all right, that's it for me. I'm gonna walk away at this point, right? You can only connect a Brave browser to ORCA? No, that doesn't make any sense. Maybe because I'm connected to Radium. All right, there we go. You should be able to hit max and it should load your you know what I mean? See, loading tokens. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Radium, everybody. I haven't been able to swap on it recently. You guys able to use Radium fine? Without a problem? See, RMP connection switch. I don't know why it's doing that. I swear I've never seen that, you know. This is my Analos, remember the Analos, man? This guy rugged me here. I put like 500 in that coin, went to 50 bucks. I never even bought CAF with hat. Where they airdrop it to people? I never bought that. CWIF. Interesting, right? And again, I probably shouldn't buy this. I'm gonna move on, but dang, I just like that name. I love the Better Call Saul. I love the whole character and the whole show. You know. So look at that. I mean, you got a double bottom here now, and you're back above the 200 SMA. Signs that I could win the trade. The battle continues. I'll post if we win this trade to the trading group later on. All right. All right. Solama is watching on MEXC tomorrow. Let me look at the chart for Solama. That thing looks like it's going to moon, though. So you guys gave us Solama early. Okay, you guys gave us it down here. I like it. I figured it was going to moon. It didn't yet. So we could get it now and then 10x it on MEXC, right? Which to me looks pretty likely. This looks like something I'd rather pick up. Way bigger market cap, right? 1.5 million liquidity locked. In a beautiful bull pennant, double bottom, cup and handle breaking out. I like this. This looks good to me, and it's going to come out on Maxi tomorrow, so you know you got exit liquidity. Like, that usually makes it pump, I'll be honest. Like, and usually it pumps really hard on Maxi, like a 10x or something from the very base point. Wow. I would keep this on your radar. Again, it's high risk, extremely high risk. You got to know your levels of risk. This is extremely high risk. Okay. But we know what coins are coming out on the exchange. See, that's an edge we have. We know when they're coming out. We know when they're getting created. We know pre-sales. We know all sorts of stuff. Gaming is going to be big. GAIMIN. It's going to be huge on S-Fund. I'm telling you right now. Masa is going to be a big coin you're going to be trading. I know what coins you're going to be trading in a month from now. I already know which ones, most of them, not every one of them, but most of them. All right. Wow, that's a big deal that you just gave us on SOLAMA. John, who did that for us? Bufflink. Bufflink, man, you just got life for points, bro. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for being authentic with the semi. Can you check the chart for Virtua Collect? TVK. For my man, Tantum Santos. Oh, and there we go. Losing the level again. That's a descending triangle, you see? Like, that starts looking bearish to me, like you're going to dump. That's my signature dump. Brr. That dumps 90% of the time. Falling wedge only couldn't break us above support. Again, now 73K is your big area. You can't pick it back above 73K. Expect more downside. When I'm saying this, we're at $70,000, right? But okay, check out FAKEAI. Is it a healthy pullback or could it be done? Let's take a look at FAKEAI. Let's take a look at TVK. CETUS looks good to me, though. See, I don't know how the whole market could pull back if some coins look like they're going to pump. But, I mean, again, Bitcoin could go sideways, too. Now, I thought TVK changed their name to Vayner Chain. I could be wrong, right? So this thing came out at 5 cents, though. I have it on Bybit pumping. I got into this coin a long time ago, all right? When it first came out. If I was trading on Bybit, it looks like it's going to continue to go to the upside right now. I would watch this flag and just make sure it holds support. Next target for TVK would be 52 cents. Okay. FAKEAI fell out of the thing. It lost me a couple grand, I'll be honest. I went too hard on it and decided, not to hold on to it too long. So, I took a hit on it. Even everyone thinks, oh, I win every time. That's not the case. You're not going to make the money I make without taking a shot, and some of the shots aren't going to play out. Period. I got into this when it was here. It was in a beautiful channel. Like, it looked like every other channel, and it was trending on token metrics. Now, again, it had already popped pretty hard. So we were exit liquidity, I guess, to whoever got in at like 0.9%, right? Now, it could recover. I don't know much about the coin. It's a cool little app, right, where you can make fake AIs. And again, it could eventually reverse. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like, whatever. I took a shot. I'm surprised it didn't play out. That's one of the ones that, they usually do. All right. And talk about everyone that gave today. Crypto Newbie. Can you check out Pocket Network? Yeah, that's a good thing. Cirrus looking interesting in this cycle. Washbox, WNC Inc. When you sell a trade after making $50, how much do you pay? We answered that. I sold half my holdings. We answered that. Mexi is not. We answered that. Glory to God. Love you, Sammy. Love your name, man. 333. Cirrus looking interesting in the cycle. We'll take a look at Cirrus. Shout out to Jamie Zeno. I love my life. Quant, please. We'll look at Kadena. And Cacro Ladies is up 40%. Tonic or POKT, your pick. Tectonic. I remember this coin back in the day. Tonic. Tectonic, right? Yeah. Someone gave me some free Tectonic. DeFi Llama. I wrote tonic. It's tectonic, right? Yeah. Yeah, you got to get the Chronos. It's on Chronos. Dex Screener is really the place to be, everybody. It's amazing. I wouldn't sleep on the SOLAMA. They gave us SOLAMA down here. All right, we already would have been up. They gave us a lot at 2 cents. The guy gave it to us a week ago on the channel. We'd be up a 12x already had we listened to the guy. Again, I'm still not like sold on jumping into meme coins. You know what I mean? Like Solana memes yet. I'm not. It's like, You know, I made 16 grand on AITECH and overnight, so it's like, I get it. There's money to be made out here, though. I probably could be making more. I spread myself thin. I'll be playing with Solana coins. I'll be doing so much. It'll be out of control. Shout out to Crypto Muser. I think he's going to be in town today. I should be able to see my buddy. I don't get to spend a lot of time with friends. I spend a lot of time with family, but I have a lot of people know me, but I don't have a lot of friends. You know what I mean? Like, I work so much. I'll be honest with everybody. When you dedicate yourself to something like I do, there's not a lot of time to socialize or to hang out. And especially when the market moves, I got to be there for everybody. And to be dedicated to each and every one of you, I kind of had to, like, give up a lot of my life. I'll be honest. I'm not mad about it. I'm super happy about it. But I didn't realize it until I looked back one day and I said, man, for me to accomplish this, I can't live a regular life. You know, I can't have, like, my schedule is based off of this stream in my life, right? And that's it. TONIC looks interesting for Rap Crow. Looks like it get tighter to make a move. See, it's in this ascending triangle with higher lows and it just keeps going up. Like, look at that. It just keeps going up. I mean, why wouldn't it? So far, I mean, the trend's your friend till it's not. That trend continues to go. I would keep getting into it. What is this largest blockchain gathering? Experts 20, April 24th in Grand Hyatt, Dubai. Sophia's going to be there. Wow. This guy from LAI, right? Chief Commercial. Oh, no, he's not. He's from OKX. I met this guy in America. I remember meeting him like years ago, man, in New York City, bro. Funny. So many people in the space, so many people to listen to and understand and to learn from. So I get it. Too much stuff going on here. We showed you how to make a live trade today. We took what the market gave us. There wasn't much. We took what the market gave us, right? We're hugging this higher low right now. Hugging this higher low inside of this really wacky pattern. Bitcoin struggling down at 72.4. I see a bullish divergence here that's likely going to get us a bounce. Can you get above the point of control? You've got to get back above 72. You got to get back right here. 73,116. That's going to be, if you can't break that, that's going to be your high for the day, and that's going to be it. All right. Pretty crazy day. It looks like a false move Monday, if you ask me. So we watched. This is a symmetrical triangle yet again for Bitcoin, 50-50 shot. I'm in a long, just trying to get to the top of the pattern. That's all I'm trying to do. Not really trying to, do amazing things here. All right. Someone asked about Quant. Look, QNT, Quant. Quant's an old coin. It's got such a big market cap. You don't think about Quant. I think it has a very small circulating supply, like 10 million or something, I did see Quant breaking out of this flag. I didn't draw it perfectly, but it did. My target for Quant was 151. It pumped up to 145. What do you say, right? Quant's just a slow mover. I see it headed all the way up to 173. It's lagging behind the whole market too, so I could see the whole market dumping Quant move, but 4 hour says it needs to make a flag now, so I would wait for the 4 hour to flag out. And if I was a fan of Quant, I would trade this flag to the upside. Measured move would take you to 172 for Quant. All right. Let's take a look at Cadena, the dark horse. It had that late pump right behind the rest of the coins. I got it here on KuCoin. Cadena's still in a beautiful flag. Previous resistance becomes support. So it doesn't look like every coin's going to dump. So if we get a pullback, maybe Bitcoin sideways price action, and maybe we just don't get a pullback. Maybe the indicators just stay extremely overbought and we just continue to pump. I'll use the smaller time frames, and once we keep breaking key levels of support, like we break above 73,000, then that's support. And then, so I'm going to stay on support or resistance. It's the most important indicator of all. No matter what the indicators say, support or resistance trumps them all. All right. And possibly 53% gains here out of Cadena. I like it. I mean, previous support is resistance. It's in a bull flag. I like what I'm seeing here for Cadena. I really do. If the 12 hour looks good to me, yeah, I mean, this thing looks like it could pump. Of any coin out today, I mean, I like what I'm seeing here for Cadena. And that target takes you to 244. That's a beautiful 53% gain from Cadena. Shout out to everybody here that loves their life. Who here loves their life? You woke up this morning, you felt really good about it. Like you felt like you were on the right track. Felt like everything was going your way. Put a 111 in the comments if everything was going your way. You just felt like things are going to flow. You just woke up today and you knew you were in the right place at the right time with the right people. And that target is what? 242. All right, all right. Could you check ladies? I'm up huge. My ladies was big. I didn't trade it too. And it's like, all we had to do, all memes. I guess when they said all memes were going to go up, I guess they meant it. They meant like every single meme. Like you just had to buy a meme. It didn't matter what it was. A month ago, you bought this meme. You're up huge right now. Like absolutely huge. And we knew we were trading this coin way before. My lady's up 5x though. My lady meme coin. I never bought into it. I didn't get why it was going to be so hot. Like the lady, I don't know. It was weird. The ladies. It didn't catch on for me. You know, I don't know. It just never spoke to me. Isn't that weird? Memes speak to you. Like Pepe speaks to me, right? Even this little coin BYTE, like, is interesting. I'm going to look at BYTE again here. I bought Kimbo last night. We'll see what happens. It's on AVAX. I saw BYTE. I don't own any BYTE at all. I just want to make, I don't like silently go over a coin when I own it. Just to like, I don't do that shady stuff. All right. I don't need to, everyone. I made my money. It's like, I'm good. You know, my life is good. Like, I don't need to do anything shady for gains at all. I just want to make that clear because I think some people do that. I've seen them do it. Like, they're like, oh, I'm just going to randomly go over this coin. And I have like, it's my whole bag. You know, it's like, sure you are, right? Sure you are, Wilbur. Everybody does horse farm trading. Look at that thing booming. God tells me everything without me knowing. Isn't that weird? When you're blessed, you can see things before most people. It's weird. I can't explain it. But even as a kid, I remember... Oh, I can't tell the story now. It's got too many trigger words. But as a kid, I saw someone doing something, and I was able to figure it out. The whole school was like... It's just crazy. God put me in that one place to see what was supposed to... I still remember that to this day. This kid was stealing mercury out the science lab, you know. Anyway, long story. I caught him doing it, but I never said a word. I mean, I was coming out of the bathroom. I saw him coming out of a science room. I knew he was a shady kid. I was like, that's kind of weird. Like, next thing you know, we had something strange happen. Wow, we finally got to push to the upside here for Bitcoin. Almost at break even now after this battle. Been a pretty flat trade for most of the stream, right? Feels like a Thursday or Friday. It's kind of doesn't feel like a Wednesday, I'll tell you that. Sarah's Foundation. I mean, it's lagging behind the whole market, right? There's your kind of cup with a handle. You bounce. You got about the 200 SMA. Overbought of the daily, though, right? And you got some resistances. So you want to do is you want to see it kind of consolidate something like this, right? If it consolidates, like, and we don't know if it's going to be that. We don't know exactly how it's going to be, but I'd look for consolidation above 4550, 04550, right? Target would take you to 09088, right? And last but not least, Pocket Network, which I personally hold the Pocket Network and Paid Network. Pocket had a nice pump to the upside. I see it in a bull flag. Only a matter of time, Pocket goes up 196%. I'm very bullish on Pocket. Very, very bullish. And I own the coin. And Kyle Chasse has a lot to do with it. He's behind the network. He's into Pocket. I'm into Pocket. I got it in the Pocket. I like the name Pocket. I rock a Pocket Square. Pocket Network. All right. So there's a reason that I'm loaded up in this coin. About 6,000 USD. And I also see some hidden bullish divergence as this kind of swings up here. Right? And this swings down violently. That's a move to the upside. That's hidden bullish divergence. Highly likely we get a move to the upside to 59 for Pocket Network. And I'm all over this for sure. All right. Everybody, that makes the end. I may have missed one super chat or two. I hope not. If I did, I did my best. Let's see. We got some new stuff. Say, glad your daughter's doing better. My middle son went through the same thing. I was wondering if you could do some tech on GTAI. Hey, Sammy, you can take a look at ARCIA AI. It's a new AI coin on MEXC, low cap. Thank you. Been trading, the best trading team. I left my 24/7 job. Now I'm printing money 24/7. Already pay myself for their month first 7 days. I have learned a lot studying 2 years, man. God bless you, man. I'm in a stock group, and we bought 45 shares of Coinbase via my recommendations. So can you look at Coin United? Yeah. The best trading team I left. Okay. So Solana got me some SOLAMA. Radium was glitching. It was, right? Did it ever get back into formation? How'd you buy the SOLAMA? The SOLAMA. SOLAMA. Look, the Brave browser. I can't connect it. I can't load tokens and I can't use it. I was going to use ORCA and then it was saying something weird. Saying that it wouldn't be able to connect like it only wants to connect. Look at this. There we go. I just told, yeah, whatever, you know. Oh, wow. So ORCA, you got to use a VPN. Look at that. In DeFi. How can you believe DeFi makes you, it's just so insane. It's supposed to be DeFi. Like, that shows you there's something wrong right there, man. You know. Remember when Tom Crown started calling the bull run? Yep. I made a prediction today that Tom Crown would make a prediction. Right? AVAX and Kimbo. Bitcoin was in price discovery last night. It was pretty crazy. But prediction, Tom Crown will make a prediction today. Right? Pretty good prediction, right? And then look. Let's see. Did he make a prediction? Adding to my short Bitcoin. He's got to be trolling, man. Okay. That's famous, apparently. That short is famous around the internet, right? Funny. Shout out to Cassius Cuvée. Shout out to Crypto Face, man. Crypto Face, one of my favorite people in the game. Such a nice guy. He really is a really good person, man. You know, he lost his mom. He came to my, I did a whole stream about that, and he came and really talked about his life. Oh, look at this. He posted me up. You're funny, man. Crypto Face, man. You're funny, man. Y'all love this guy. Good dude, bro. I love how the industry, we're all connected. We all know each other. We all know how hard it is to live stream every day, to battle the network. And there's definitely a unity between YouTubers in general, but crypto YouTubers even stronger unity, in my humble opinion. Right? How many people we got here still kicking with me? 1,438 people. Wow. 828 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. We get 1,000 likes every stream. Wow. And I guess if I sat here all day, the super chats would just come in all day. I don't think Gunzilla's out yet. Yeah, I don't think the Gunzilla token is out yet, personally. Yeah, there's a lot of hype around it, but I don't think you can get the coin yet. Gunzilla game, see? And what you want to do is you want to go check out yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not out yet. No. And I could be wrong too. You know, sometimes I wake up late. Have my team verify that. Team, can we do a research on Gunzilla games? When it's coming out, how it's coming out, what's going on with that? I'd greatly appreciate that. I know I'm the expert, but I could just use a little backup. So SEI, I'm in it long term. I believe getting into this area was key. That's another reason why it just doesn't make sense that Bitcoin's going to dump, because I see so many coins preparing for a bigger move. It's kind of strange, right? Bitcoin getting the pump, 72,750. Funny, we're so close to the all-time high. Now we're up $30 at a trade. Look at this. We're up in the trade. What a battle this trade was, right? it was just like, and now we're back above the 200 SMA. This could be the reversal that we're all waiting for. All right. SEI, I see going to 193. It's only a matter of time. Yeah. If you're willing to hold for a year, like the odds of you getting paid are so high because of how much money they're printing. You have to understand the money printing is part of the reason we're all going to make a lot of money. So kind of a double top for EGLD here at 77. You know, I see 112 coming, but it's got to have to break back above this key level. Take a look at your 4-hour time frame, and I would just flag it out here. The daily does look a little overbought, though. I'll give that to you. Kind of like Bitcoin's doing, though. This is like, look like it's retesting this top trend. Chance the 1 hour actually gets a nice pump right now. Look for the 1 hour to retest. See, the small time frames take over more significance in the bullish because the big time frames will just get overbought to the point where like you don't know what to do, and the small time frames will continue to let you push to the upside. You'll be able to get the pump. Pretty awesome. Shout out to all the super chats. Wow, $262 in chat revenue. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? 1,000 likes, please, everybody. Would be really awesome. I just need 131 likes. It would be really awesome if you could do that. It helps your own bags pump. So I'd greatly appreciate that if you did that. All right. All right. ORCA AI, he said, which is a new coin. He called it ACRIA. Sorry, that's why I got it wrong. Let me see. ACRIA AI on MEXC. Brand new. I love brand new coins like this, especially when they dump down. Now when they pump, they dump down. It's a good sign. To me, it's, you know, you're kind of like, you'd be getting into something early to see what could happen, right? It's kind of got a cup and handle. It did break on out. Has a measured move. Could it be big? You never know. To me, it's kind of a gamble because it's, you know, not a gamble, but closer to a gamble than trading because we don't know. We don't have enough information on the coin itself, right? Brand new, consolidating, and that is a higher low. I would expect, you know, it to continue, but who knows, right? That's completely new. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. I'll give what happened to Bitcoin to my trading group, and we'll find out. Right now, we are in the green. We did make, 2 green trades and 2 red trades, but the red trades were tiny compared to the other trades, so it was pretty nice. The account's up pretty nicely from where we started, and I have 33 grand in Tether to deploy into the market, and only time will tell. So, everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. I thank you for your viewership. Couldn't do it without each and every one of you. Back to 72,600 for Bitcoin, is it? Yeah, it trades down $20 again. You know, it's a choppy day. I'll be honest, the bigger time frames do suggest more downside, and the smaller time frames aren't really giving us the reversals that we wanted to. By now, we should have had some type of reversal further up. So I do see a possible bearish pull on the market. But again, only time will tell. We'll take it one step at a time. Every 5 to 6 hours, I'll be charting for you to keep you informed, updated, and going. So thank you for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Happy Ramadan. Happy Lent. Hope you guys are getting closer to God, connecting, and experiencing this time. Love you all, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for your time. Without it, I would never have a show. So blessings on blessings. I'll see you tomorrow.